Grog?
Yeah.
Okay.
The big, goofy, dopey character. Pretty much what I based Luke off of. Like, when he got sad, that was what was sad, you know? Like, everyone else is, like, edgy and drama and this, and that. But when the big, dopey, like, goofy guy gets sad, then that's really sad.
Oh. Like, what happened?
Scanlan left the party, man. He left.
But I mean, like, how did it happen? I mean, was it like
a
cool?
Really, really dramatic.
Did he die or did he just go away?
He died. They brought him back to life, and then he left with his daughter.
Oh, wow, that's pretty raw and heavy.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, we did already start, but I'm gonna play this clip anyway.
I am the hope of the universe. I am the answer to all living things who cry out for peace. I am protector of the innocent. I am the light in the darkness. I am truth, ally to gold, nightmare to you. And I am the son of a shepherd. Hoo-hoo.
How you doing, guys? This is Peter Calamus, the voice of Goku and Rolf, and you are listening to the For the Glory podcast with Fats and MicSpam. Enjoy it.
What a fucking guy. I love it every time I see it, but he's right. We just started the For the Glory podcast. I'm Fats.
And I'm MicSpam. Did we start?
Yeah, I started it while you were telling your emotional D&D story.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we've been rolling. But this week we've got a special guest, invisible person, non-existent this week. That's fine, though. We were going back to our roots, baby. That's fair. What's new in the world of spam?
Oh, man.
Usually asking these questions to our guests.
Yeah, I'm training a new guy at work. He's a big, dumb lurch. Oh. He wears cowboy boots with heels for some reason.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Dude, I see a bunch of weirdos in, like, these offices. They're wearing, like, fancy, like, suit coats and shit, but then a big-ass, like, cowboy hat and no tie, and it just looks goofy. And I'm like, what are you fucking trying to do? There ain't no rodeo in this building. It's literally an office building. There's, like, a bank.
Yeah. So I don't like dealing with new people, and I definitely don't like dealing with dumb people.
For some reason, all of the new people are awesome at work. Well, we've been getting a shit ton. We're just hiring up a storm because we're growing. So a bunch of new people, like Brandon's one of the newer people, and he's on my team. He's cool as shit. And there's just some other people that are all right. I haven't talked to all of them. Do I have a cowboy hat? No, I ain't got no cowboy hat. That ain't me. I have a flat brim that my buddy left here, and then he never came back, so now it's mine.
I have a beanie.
There you go. Nice.
That's it.
I've never really been hat wear. No, I like my hair. You know?
I do not like my hair, but I only wear a hat when I have hair.
You only wear a hat when you have hair, but if you don't,
correct,
then you...
Then I don't wear a hat.
That seems odd. I feel like the hat's supposed to warm you, so when you don't have hair, your head's not warm, so you wear the hat.
No, I wear the hat because my hair's shitty.
Oh, maybe.
My hair grows in like a sheep that you dipped in bacon grease.
Do you shower?
Yeah, I shower. That's just how my hair is, man.
You need that head and shoulders, bro.
I just have super, super dense hair, and it's greasy hair, so, like, it's just, I hate it, and it makes my scalp itch.
Oh, man.
So I like being bald.
Okay. Well, there you go. I mean, to each his own. I think you look fine bald. I'd fuck you.
I know you would. You already have.
As they all say. Well, MicSpam, but I meant to not give you a good anime this week, but it sounds like I gave you a really good one.
I loved it.
I mean...
I loved it.
See, so, backstory on how I gave it to you. I was watching a shit ton of episodes of Black Clover, and I liked the commercials on, because in between the commercials, I'd watch Dragon Ball Bridge. But that commercial kept showing up with this this teddy bear like fumbles with this head and it lands in front of this girl and he just comes up and he's got giant teeth. And I was like, oh shit. So I wrote it down on this piece of paper. But then when I looked up what it translated to, Asuka, it was Magical Girl. And then I was like, ah, damn it. This is probably going to be shitty somehow. But I guess we'll take it away from there. That's what you get.
I fucking love this show.
Ooh,
it's
that's a
honestly
badass
really
OP.
good. Isn't it? It honestly, it fits. The OP is good. It's not the best OP, but it's good because it fits the theme of the show, where it starts off kind of psychotic and metal electronic, and then goes like transitions into poppy kind of shit.
Okay.
As it goes on, and then at the end transitions back into the psycho metal shit. And I mean, the soundtrack for the entire series is great. Anytime they enter any sort of intense situation, it's fucking badass guitars or some kind of
wanna
squeaky
watch
electro
this.
shit. It is cool. Like, I love the soundtrack for the show. I watched the whole show.
The whole show. Oh man.
Yeah, 12 episodes.
Nice.
My review will be based on like the first half, probably.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to review like the whole show necessarily.
First impressions.
Because it's like a first impression type thing.
I mean, it obviously hooked you. How did it do it?
I mean, the first 2 episodes are some of the strongest 2 episodes.
Really? That's a good way of doing it.
Because it introduces the universe pretty well. They give a good background on the world that they're in. The first scene is actually what you would think would be the final scene. The human or some sort of magical beasts started showing up. They were slowly infiltrating the humans disguised as cute cuddly things and shit. And they started an attack against the humans. So some organization of magic beings from some other realm made contact with the humans and formed a treaty with them that they'll provide them with magical weaponry and for a high cost, obviously, and they'll create the magical girls to help fight this enemy in return for whatever it is they exchange with the people.
So
in
they
that
just
realm.
give these
It's
chicks
usually
weapons,
people.
essentially?
No, there's requirements.
I could do a podcast with 1 beer.
Oh, shit, it's Dylan! Random podcast!
Hey, we have a
I could do it
guest.
with 1 beer.
I only had 1 beer. God, don't scrub me out. Okay, hang on. MicSpam, we got to do some technical swaps. I have to get off my
Yeah,
headphones.
no.
It's fine, just for a little bit.
Just
Sing
for
it
a little
bit.
bit. But you gotta get you all wired up.
Hell yeah.
All right. So, MicSpam, can you?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. I can hear you. Perfect. Stream. Hang on. Let me make sure the stream can hear. Okay. Speak words. Poor favor.
Hello?
Okay. You should be good.
Okay. So I forgot where I was.
You know
Sorry.
what? Let's just. Here. I want to go back to the start of this. This song is fucking amazing.
Alright.
It's a good OP, yeah. Let's see. So it gives you a good background on it. One of the first scenes is the group of girls who started as 11, but now are 5.
Yeah.
And they're fighting the king of the, I think they call them Demus or something along those lines. DEMU, something like that.
Okay.
And it's like this enemy like is all the lava in a volcano made into a fucking monster. And
you go for
they
the
and I'm
second
like,
best thing.
did
I
I
like
click the last episode instead of the first one?
You clipped this teddy bear thing.
No, I didn't say clip. I said click.
Oh, click. Oh.
I thought Did I click the last episode instead of the first one?
Oh.
Is this what I'm supposed to be seeing? And then it goes to 3 years later. You see this girl. Her magical girl name is Rapture.
That's pretty dope.
Right? They have cool names too. And she has a magical karambit.
Is that what
Also
this chick's
cool.
holding?
Yeah.
Okay, that's sick.
Also cool.
The art style looks, just from looking at this still image, it's really
Yeah.
good.
Well, she's in like high school. She retired from being a magical girl. Most of the other ones
She
went to
retired once she hit high school? That's a little early.
She started in middle school.
Went to high school.
Okay.
Some of them are older, some are younger. There's a whole thing about like they don't explain it super well, but they kind of bring up how you have to have like a latent magical energy within you. And,
You gotta be gifted.
Yeah, and there's some sort of I don't really completely understand it. But yeah, so 3 years later, she's in high school. She's retired. She doesn't want to be a magic girl anymore. And all the other ones went and worked for their like respective governments' militaries, like to do special anti-terrorism military shit.
That is
They
actually what
start-
it's called.
They went from fighting monsters to fighting like terrorists and fucking like crime organizations.
All
and
right,
shit.
now that you've dealt with all the kitty little monsters, now it's time to actually really fight war.
Well, that was a war.
Oh, I can
Like
tell
I
that
said,
it
they
is really
fought an
outside.
entire volcano. That was a monster.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so
Let me know when to go to the clip.
Yeah, go to the clip whenever if the song. Yeah,
Oh, I've
but-
just been jizzing on the song.
it's good, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
oh fuck.
things.
Oh,
She meets her
fuck.
first. Yeah, she meets her first couple friends in high school, and her friend happens to get in like be involved in a mass shooting, so she has to like come out and save her and murder the fuck out of some people. And so then this guy from the organization she used to work for keeps coming back and being like, listen, there's like these terrorist plots going on, they're using magical items, and like we could really use you. And she's like, no. And they play the PTSD angle hard. These girls are fucked in the head.
That's awesome.
Asuka
Oh fuck.
like falls to her knees from PTSD breakdowns. This girl War Nurse is like,
Giant-chested Warners?
yes. Oh yeah, they're all like freshmen in high school, but they have huge
Sure.
tits and rockin' bods.
I mean, that's how it
Sure.
works in Japan.
Yeah. But this War Nurse girl, she has like a really weird obsessive thing for Asuka because she was like Japanese anime bullied in high school. Which, is that really how they bully people in Japan?
It is.
It seems pretty fucking extreme.
Feel like they exaggerate shit. There's no way.
Oh, this is what life in Japan is like. There's a giant
Life
bear.
in Japan.
I'm just saying,
There's a
anime
giant bear.
bullies are on a different level.
Maybe he's talking about this. There's a lot of school aspect brought into a lot of anime because I don't know. That's just what they do. And
But yeah,
It's like
she's
school
like
and work.
crazy
School
obsessed with this girl.
yeah, but
And then, like,
they're bullies
her
in
friend
anime,
gets
so-
PTSD from being in that mass shooting. And then, like, so the first couple episodes are super badass. You're getting the background on this. You get a cool fight scene. This is in the first couple episodes. They introduce the, like, mental illness aspect to it. And all that shit. And then, like, I would even say the first 3 episodes were really, really solid. And then, like, by episode 4, you're like, alright, you're kind of playing this PTSD thing a little bit too hard. It's kind of all you're talking about anymore. And episode 5, and you're like, alright, seriously, like, enough about the PTSD. Like, we get it. These girls are fucked in the head. And then, like, after that episode, it did leave it alone. You know, a little bit more for the rest of the series. The only bad things I can really say about it are the unnecessary sexual scenes, which of course that's going to be in this.
Yeah.
They did go a little bit too heavy, kind of hammering home the PTSD aspect for a good few episodes. It kind of became annoying at a point, but only for a couple episodes, and then it picked up incredibly. And some of the interaction between the girls is really weird, but like there's pseudo lesbian and actual lesbian shit going on, and the action scenes are fucking awesome, and there are some sick torture scenes, which I'm a big fan of. Torture scenes. Yeah, great torture scenes in this show. Some real good ones.
Compared to probably the greatest torture scene of all time, Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh man, no, not that good.
Okay, that's
not that good.
That's fair.
No.
I thought you were gonna say SpongeBob SquarePants.
But a lot more of them.
What?
Yeah, there's a torture scene.
Where is there a torture scene?
But off the top of my head, I can name 4 or 5 different torture scenes in this show. So
well, that's pretty intense.
In 12 episodes.
Okay.
The animation looked really good.
It is really good. The action's great. I would even... I don't even say I love the characters, really. Because characters are okay. I more so like the concept of them.
Gotcha.
And the subject matter is cool. I like anything that involves kind of real-world government aspects along with their magical bullshit.
That's good.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That is a 9.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Fatty.
Wow.
So now, what's funny?
And that's a strong 9. That's not even... it's a 9. No, that is a 9.
9 banger. Right on the money. I'll crack a beer to that.
Okay.
Thank you, Dylan.
Not a problem, friend.
Pabst Blue Ribbon Original. Delicious.
I got Yingling.
Like, I swear, you're from Wisconsin.
choice.
Are people from Tennessee, do they do the same thing as Wisconsin?
What do you mean?
We drink the
PBR?
exact same beers.
Oh, we drink Miller Lite. Mainly.
Yeah.
That's
That's
pretty much what
my
we
mom
do.
lives on Miller Lite.
Yeah, yeah. It's Miller Lite and PBR because we're all poor.
Oh man. What was funny is there are multiple anime labeled as Magical Girls and then something. So that's why I saw a clip from this, which is the teddy bear clip.
Don't make it a trend, because I doubt most of them.
No,
are
I'm
this.
doubting
make
it's going to
magic
be
a
good.
trend.
No, well, I saw something that looked cool, and then it turned out to be Magical Girls. So
Okay.
it was a
I
really
think-
cool scene because it was that giant teddy bear, and he was fiddling his hands with a head, and
Okay.
it fell in front of that girl and that mom. And then he zooms into it, and then his teeth get razor sharp, and
Yeah.
that part was awesome.
I would 100% recommend giving it 2 episodes. After 2 episodes, you'll be hooked. It's a fantastic show. For me, this is everything I wanted Madoka Magica to be, because they don't go into some shitty, weird animation style for the boss fights just to try to be artsy, where it
gory.
takes away from the coolness of it.
It was pretty gory, was it not?
What?
The show itself, yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude! Fucking like a weird amount of arms get cut off, and like people just get sliced in half. We're talking mass murders by like giant monsters and just terrorists.
Just shooting people with guns and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Magica! The one magic girl's magic weapon is a fucking magic AR-15. It has like the power of an anti-tank rifle, and it's fully automatic.
That just sounds like the fucking hack from Modern Warfare 2, where you can make your gun shoot AC-130 bullets.
That gives me JoJo
That's
flashbacks.
essentially what it is. They're like big
Pulls out a fucking
anti-tank
machine gun.
shells.
Oh, yeah.
And shoots the dude.
Oh yeah,
Like when she first, you see her, she's in like Mexico or some shit, infiltrating this gang hideout, and she bursts into this room, and whenever someone gets hit by a bullet, they just explode.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
I love this. This was a great show.
that's awesome.
If it weren't for them kind of playing up the PTSD a little bit in the first kind of, beginning middle section, and the unnecessary sexual parts that I knew were going to be in there, but I definitely could have done without, it would have gotten a 10.
Okay.
Damn. That's awesome. Magical Girls gets a 10. Because
It
like
was-
before I
I
gave
couldn't
him
believe it.
Magical
I
Girls,
could not believe
Madoka
it.
Magica,
Okay.
and he hated it.
Okay.
I mean, he didn't hate it. You said the.
I got a pretty low score.
I know it got like below a 5, but
Yeah.
it still had its slight moments. So like
I
I
would- I
saw the
wouldn't
scene
even
while I
say
was
that.
watching Black Clover, which is amazing,
Yeah.
and I saw that scene with the teddy bear, and then I was like, "This is sick," and then it just said Asuka Spec-Ops. I'm like, "Oh, that's sick." Okay, and then I looked it up, and then they omitted the Magical Girls Spec-Ops Asuka. So then I was like, "Ah, damn it."
Girls.
Because the
I
last
went into
Magical
the
Girls
show
show
expecting-
sucked. So
I went into the show expecting nothing, and I was so surprised.
it had a
Like
sick
by,
shit.
by the end of episode 2, I'm like, I cannot fucking believe I am enjoying this much. I can't wait to watch more.
That's kind of what I was feeling with the bike show, but I did not watch more of that. But I would have to
Are
say,
you talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds where they duel on bikes?
no, I'm talking about like
Oh.
Yamigara,
Wait, is that a
whatever
thing?
thing.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds is where they get on motorbikes and duel.
Oh yeah, I
Is it called
remember
Flat-
that. That was
That's a real thing.
weird. Oh, that was weird as shit. All right, MicSpam, what are you giving me next week? Then,
Okay.
then we'll do some sweet Dylan talk.
Yeah, what is it?
Let me, this one. Wow, this is low resolution. Have fun.
Oh, cool.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Wait, what's it called? Desert Punk.
This video is so low quality.
Get the job done.
Job done.
What is this?
Collect the money.
This is a video game trailer?
Looks like it. Get the money. Repeat.
Hurts
Oh,
every
okay.
man for himself. And each contract is a double cross. Innocence, heroism, and decency.
Okay.
All luxuries no one can afford.
I mean, it's really.
Oh, I
good
forgot.
quality.
One thing I forgot to mention.
Doesn't look
I'm
horrible.
sure the trailer. I'm sure the video is just. I'm sure the actual show is not this low quality.
I would assume so.
One thing I forgot to mention: the gun sounds in Asuka are awful. As a gun owner, that's just something that irks me, so I wouldn't count that against the show.
Okay.
Okay. Any sort of anything on what I just watched? Because it was just a bunch of.
So here's what I see.
Yeah.
These-
Oh yeah, Dylan, take
Here's
it
what
away.
I see.
I have no
These-
idea.
These kids are playing Rust in Modern Warfare 2, alright? And they're betting their lunch money on who's going to win a free-for-all match. And
Yeah.
that's the whole show.
And then the loser dies, and then
The loser actually dies.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You
It
die in the
doesn't-
game, you die in real life.
It doesn't sound horrible, but it doesn't sound.
No, it just looks
It
like
just looks like a show.
it looks like a Hitman show based in a Middle Eastern looking thing where somehow they use yen
Well,
rather than Middle Eastern currency.
Well, the last BR anime I watched, I watched all of it. It was Batum, and it was amazing. So I can't wait for the next season of that show. So maybe this is going to be amazing.
Okay.
I don't really know. But anyway, Dylan,
It's
what
got
you
like
been
that
up
90s
to? What's
sync.
life? It's been a while, not entirely. You missed a fight night.
It's been a couple days. Yeah, I missed fight night. That's okay though.
It is.
I'm having
'cause
a
we're
lot
gonna
of
do
fun
more.
with
We'll do more
night.
fight nights.
It's a
So that
thing.
way people feel better about themselves. So that way they know they won't get last.
But you're there just so we can feel better about
Exactly.
ourselves.
That's my whole purpose.
Plus, you have a good time.
I'm
and get drunk.
I'm the Tristan Taylor of Dragon Ball Fighters.
I don't understand that reference.
That's the Yu-Gi-Oh character.
I was just about to say, I'm like, is that the guy with the spike
That's
hair?
the guy.
That is the guy with the
he's
spike
got
hair.
the spiky hair. He's got a big point. He's got a big fuck off dong on his head.
I'm just here to root you on and
yeah.
to be a good big brother.
I think he duels once and then he gets turned into a monkey.
Yeah, I think he has
That's
to.
all that happens.
He duels with Yugi's deck somehow
he
because he's
yes.
out of commission and
And
he
he-
doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
And he duels Yugi at the very beginning of the game. He's like, I don't know what this game is.
So.
Oh yeah, he does turn into a monkey.
Yeah, he turns to a monkey. in the fucking Kaiba world, or whatever Seto Kaiba made.
Oh yeah, with the.
Seto Kaiba makes a VR. No, yeah, he made dual disc.
I can't believe I was into Yu-Gi-Oh at some point in my life.
Dude,
That show
everyone
looked-
was.
Yu-Gi-Oh is
everything-
actually the only manga I've ever read.
Everything about Yu-Gi-Oh looking back is just the worst thing ever created.
Oh no, it's fucking garbage. But like, of course, everyone watched it. It's the same thing as like Beyblade.
Or
I didn't get into Beyblade.
Beyblade
That
is.
was-
They still
Are you
run that
kidding? Like,
show, and they have.
I'm
that
over
scene.
here like tops. Really? You're gonna?
Yeah.
They're tops.
Yeah, no, I
Exactly.
saw my little cousin who was like 5 years younger than me. He had one of those Beyblade arenas, and I'm like, yeah, no.
Dude.
Nope.
Dude, I played the fuck out of Beyblade when I was a kid. It was great.
Weird.
But no, apparently they
This
still
is-
do
I
it.
skipped that shit.
Can we pull
I
up the
skipped
clip?
that shit.
Can we pull up the Moses clip?
The Moses clip.
Just look up Moses Beyblade.
Okay, let's see this.
So this is this is a real thing, by the way. Yeah, this is real. This is real Beyblade lore. And apparently they still. We don't really need the audio. The audio is
Okay,
fine.
fine.
All you gotta know is this guy's like, hey, look, you don't know shit about Beyblades, kid. I was
These
there.
these shows are where the tropes about anime hair came from.
Exactly.
'Cause these shows took it to the next fucking level. Their hair would make no sense.
Not any.
So basically, they try and get like Beyblade lore, sort of like how Yu-Gi-Oh did, and show how Moses split the fucking Red Sea with a Beyblade.
No fucking way! He split the sea with a Beyblade.
And then
I need to get this screen cap right now. This is gonna be our thumbnail. I need to get a screen cap.
You didn't
from
know about
Moses.
this?
I'll
I
just
swear
I'll
I
send
told
you
you
the
about that.
video,
I
Mike
need a
Spam.
screen cap
I'll
of
just
I
send
swear I
I'll
told
just
you about
send
that.
you the
Yeah,
whole
no, so
video.
Actual
Red Sea.
Beyblade canon. Moses
With
split
the
the
fucking
Red Sea
Beyblade.
with the Beyblade.
I can't handle. Are they allowed to do that?
Yeah,
Look
I'm
at
sure-
this fucking
I'm surprised
majestic
Jews-
Beyblade.
I'm sure Moses.
I'm
is
surprised
copyright-
Jews
is
didn't lose their
copyrighted.
fucking
You can just
mind.
use them.
Look at that! Look at that!
That's
Moses is
the image.
public
The
domain.
first image is the one.
Surfing. I think the next part was just edited in. If that's actually in the show with the fucking Beyblade spinning down.
I didn't even see that before.
They did that shit in MS Paint. They just took a picture of Moses from like the Bible and then just like spun a Beyblade across it.
This is actual Beyblade canon.
Oh
They
my
did that shit in MS Paint.
And then
Yeah,
look at
isn't that
it,
fucking
it
nuts?
spins and kills everyone.
Could you imagine like watching the film 300 and fucking Leonidas just brings out a fucking Beyblade?
Let it rip.
Let it rip, you Persians! Mom, I learned some crazy shit. That was a whole up in Sunday school. Moses parted the Red Sea using one of these bad boys, holds up Beyblade. That is fucking awesome.
I'm gonna be the next Messiah, Mom. Let it
What do you
rip.
know about this?
That was the most beautiful fun fact I've ever heard.
Let it rip, baby.
Let it rip. Moses.
Oh.
I'm so glad I learned that. I'm so happy I know that.
Well,
See, I know
Yugi-
anime
Yugi
references.
went to like straight up like he was the actual reincarnated like
Yeah,
pharaoh.
he was
and
the-
ancient era Egypt
Yeah,
was
it-
just full of dual monsters, but they
games.
did it for real. So they sealed the ancient
But
Egyptian
see, that
magic.
actually kind of it makes sense because you have like ancient magic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so whatever they use big stone fuck off slabs to like summon monsters, okay? And then Maximilian Pegasus decides to make a children's card game out of this terrible game that I'm sure killed hundreds of thousands of people, you know?
Yep.
And then makes and then
So wait, according to the Yu-Gi-Oh universe, when
Yes.
they like play those cards, are those monsters really there, or is it like a hologram?
It's
projection?
it's a hologram. But in some instances, it's not.
When they use
Because
those
it
millennium
seems
Okay,
like
items.
okay. It's a
It seems
hologram,
like they
except
get
that it
physically
isn't.
hurt.
Let thee rip.
It's a hologram except when it isn't. So like there's some times where like they're in like a shadow game, right?
Yeah,
And
that's
that
when
makes
they
sense.
use
They're summoning the
items.
actual monsters, right? It's like
Yeah.
Bakura using the ring and shit and making
Yeah.
the monsters come. But there are some times where just like Seto Kaiba jumps on the fucking head of a blue-eyes white dragon. I'm like, isn't that a hologram? Shouldn't he just fall fucking down to the ground and die?
Yeah, and like
He
and,
had
like,
the
when that
hard-
monsters
Oh,
get hurt,
he had the
people are
hardest
like,
cards.
Oh god,
But yeah, no.
oh.
Yeah, it's all a hologram except for the time they go into VR and they're real.
Oh,
Because Kaiba, between seasons 1 and 2, Kaiba makes a VR dueling thing.
Remember the like?
Isn't that when the Toon Monsters came?
Toon Monsters were
No,
great.
that was Maximilian Pegasus.
That was
He like
Pegasus.
created the game, so he made up fucking cards.
Yeah.
He made cards because he had his eye. So apparently the cards are magic or something.
Well,
It's hard
well,
to really
okay,
do.
well, here's what he did. Okay, here's the lore.
I'm so fast.
Google, I don't need you right now. Okay, I know about Yu-Gi-Oh lore. Okay, so what happened was, okay,
I need to know. Honestly.
Maximilian Pegasus goes to Egypt when he's a young lad.
Yeah, and he
okay?
finds his eye.
And he finds a Shizu and tells him about the Millennium items. That's when he learns about duel monsters, right? And he thinks, hey, I've got a fucking great idea. I'm gonna
become a
card game and make
billionaire
a
off
shit ton of
this.
money
He turns ancient Egyptian lore into a card
game. And
Actually, that kind of makes him a G.
it gets
He's a
him.
genius.
It gets him really, really popular. Yeah. So so he's like,
boy.
so Maximilian Pegasus didn't create anything. He just took something that was already old and fucking made it again.
Yeah, he's a G.
Well,
So-
yeah, they had like actual stone.
So there are
slab
certain
magicians fight.
things. Okay, there are certain cards, like the God cards. I only know up to like season 2 lore. Like the God cards, Maximilian Pegasus created
What is
the
it? I
God.
read the whole manga.
He created the God cards.
Yeah.
Okay, and almost killed himself
Yeah.
because of ancient actual rituals.
He tried to
They're
use
being
them, and
super. He
couldn't.
didn't try to use them. No, he just created them. He only made one of each.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. and
He
then
didn't
they
try
gave
and use them.
out.
No, he made them and then locked them away, and then they were stolen by Merrick Ishtar.
Merrick with the staff, and then he becomes super evil, and they fight on a blimp.
Yeah, and they
Then
find on a
Mai
blimp.
goes to the shadow.
On top of Duel City. Think about this. There's a whole city just for dueling.
God, why couldn't we live in that world?
Yeah, why can't I live in
that
that
would be
timeline?
so cool.
Does anyone else love how in Dragon Ball Z Abridged they always call Hell Hiffle?
Hiffle. Well, it's
Does
because
anyone else get that reference?
I don't think I've made it that far
They
yet.
censor it in the American version, don't they? Because the two
Yeah,
demons-
exactly. The
Yeah.
4Kids.
4Kids
version.
censored it.
4Kids was running the dub when those episodes came out when
Yeah.
Goku was actually in Hell.
And yeah, and there's like the red and blue demon.
they changed the name for the Home for Infinite Losers.
Yeah.
HFI.
Yeah.
And their shirts in the Japanese, their shirts just said Hell on
Hell,
them.
yeah.
But then they just cut out a couple parts and made it HFIL.
Yeah, I remember that.
So in DBZ Abridged, they just go, you
Hiffle.
go to Hiffle.
That's a genius point. I never knew that.
Uh-huh.
It's funny.
The more you know. Weird
4Kids
random
fucked up a lot of
question.
shit. Well, I need to
If
get
you
Ah.
could
Oh, yeah, the other question
live
first.
in any anime universe, which one would you pick?
Okay, I'll think about it and then I'll...
Some sort of show I've never watched before, like a harem anime. Except, no, that's not true. I wouldn't be the guy. Prison School.
You'd want to go to school for that, I suppose. That makes sense.
I mean, I'm kind of kinky, and even the fat guy gets some action. So.
That's a difficult one.
There's some caveats, okay? Are you just
Oh
living
no!
in
But
this
do you
universe?
want a real answer though?
Are you just living in this universe, or are you like you
Are
can
you
also do
you in
stuff?
this universe? Is the
I
real
mean,
question.
it depends on the universe. Like, if you pick
No, but are you-
the Naruto universe,
No,
not
no, no, no.
everyone
Pause,
can
pause,
do
pause.
jutsu.
I know that.
So, here's the real important question.
Okay.
Because you're not. If are you in the universe,
That's
or
what I was
are
saying.
you the protagonist in the universe?
No, not even the protagonist, but are you?
You're
Are
just
you?
some random. You just got born into that.
But no,
universe.
are you?
Yeah.
So no, like just
It's
me right
not-
now. It's like why would I want to go to any other? But okay, but I could potentially have the possibility to be a part of.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like say you pick Naruto, you could
be a
just-
ninja.
you could be a shinobi.
But you might
You're
not.
not Naruto, but you.
Yeah, but you're probably not. Gonna
But you
be.
might
You're probably
just
gonna
be
the
born with
work
no
that-
powers. You
Yeah.
can be a
You're
normal
probably-
civilian.
Yeah, but you're you, Fats. Think about you. If I plopped you.
Yeah.
Oh,
as
okay, that's a
you
hardcore question. Okay.
Oh,
into
just
the
as okay.
Naruto
Well, then,
universe,
yeah, that's
you're
what I'm
not
saying.
You're not gonna be Naruto. You're gonna be the dude running the noodle shop Naruto goes to.
That's fine. That's
Yeah,
that's why I was
exactly.
trying to clarify it earlier.
I wouldn't
Because
do
that
that.
gives me two different answers.
Because that's the real question. Yeah, that's exactly.
It gives me
That's
two
two
different
different
answers.
answers.
Okay, then let me. Well, let's just answer both then. If
Okay.
you're born into any universe, which would you pick? And if you Just threw yourself into any anime universe, which would you pick?
Okay.
Damn, that's
If I threw myself into an anime universe, it'd be Food Wars.
I'm so pissed I didn't think of that. Because that's like where I'm throwing myself.
I've been to culinary school. I'm not great, but I definitely have the potential to train to be good at that because I do have experience. I don't know if I would be able to get into that school. I mean, let's assume that let's assume that I will get into that school.
Yes.
You know?
Okay, that's stretching it.
No, I don't think that's stretching it, because here's what I think.
I think you could realistically.
No. Because, like, if you're like, I'm going to throw myself in the Naruto universe, but I'm going to be born on the other side of the world. No, it's like, okay, it's got to be with the caveat that you are in where it's set. You see what I'm saying?
Where the show's happening.
Where the show is set. Let's put it like that.
I think I would at least have a chance to keep up in that universe.
Yeah.
And everyone's really funny and everything's really cool. And I would want to be best friends with Soma.
Yeah.
Even though he wouldn't want to be, but
he's so funny.
It would just be really funny and full of hijinks and bare-chestedness, and I think I would fit in there.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. God damn.
So that would be if it were me.
Yes, you thrown in, but if you were born into a universe, what would it be?
If I was born into a universe?
Born into a universe, yes.
And let's just go for assumptions like you're born into the Naruto universe, you're a shinobi, not a scrub. At least, you're not the main one.
You're not the protagonist, but you can do
you're
the abilities.
At least one of the slight, like if you're into My Hero, you're in the
Yes.
school, so you have some
Yes.
stupid ability.
See, the issue with me in this kind of thing is, if you look at it realistically, you could go into a universe where you could have super awesome powers and shit.
Yeah.
But usually those are universes full of, like, constant war.
Yeah.
And, like, struggle and entire cities being glassed because, the protagonists are going at the protagonists.
There's a world-ending threat that's here. Frieza showed up, and
that's a difficult balance to walk.
I know. I'm trying to think. Like, I would not want to be born into any of the shonen universes, because being part of the protagonist, like I'm thinking like Black Clover. It'd be awesome to become a magical knight and join one of those squads, but I don't even think that you'd really have to work. I mean, that'd be really fun to do.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be a fun lifestyle. But then all of a sudden, the world's now about to end, and you're just. Every fight is life or death, so it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, like, realistically, a lot of anime fights, like, the power just comes out and they win.
Yeah.
But, if you're just regular average Joe, is your demon fox gonna awaken? No, you're gonna get hit in the face with the fucking kunai and you're dead. Bye. Or you're going to the doctor and you lost the leg. There's a million bad things that can happen in those anime.
All right, so what's
the more I think about it, the more I go back to. I'm just gonna go with Dragon Ball.
Okay.
Straight
and I'll justify myself.
Do it.
People dealing with the world or universe or galaxy-ending threats are the protagonists.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that's not going to be me. I'm just a guy born into. But in that universe, any human has the ability to train themselves to be strong enough to destroy planets.
Yep.
Fire beams out of their hands, fly, what have you. Any human has that ability to do that.
Yep.
And since you're not with the Z Fighters squad, you don't have to deal with all the universal conflict necessarily. You could just be dominating the world tournaments and shit like that.
Until you run into Goku.
Yeah.
And there never seems to be any sort of like economic strife anywhere going on in the world, or any sort of like actual war going on. It's always like alien war. And if you do die or the planet does get destroyed by a big bad enemy, you just get wished back.
Exactly. And
So that's what I'm going with.
and capsules.
And capsules, yes.
Yeah,
Capsules
Capsule
are fucking
Corp is-
great.
You got capsules.
Capsules are next gen, for sure.
That is pretty legit.
So yeah, no, I would 100% agree with that.
I think that's what I would go
Yeah,
with.
really.
So those are my two choices.
That's a good universe.
All right, Vats.
I was.
What are your choices?
I've been all over the board.
Yeah.
I think. I don't. Have you gone any further in any Ishiki at all?
Me?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it at all.
Okay. Gotcha.
I've just
Because
seen
I
the
just
clip.
showed him that clip. If
It's
I
on
was
my watch
that,
list.
if I could like somehow be bored and get one of their abilities, that would be amazing. I would actually love to be Jesus Man, traveling around saving people with my superpowers, flying around. But that's a little protagonisty, so it's kind of hard to justify. I think if I was just thrown into a universe, I mean, just to play it like a safe little bitch, I'd choose Food Wars because they cook really good food, and then I'd just kind of be a civilian, probably.
Yeah.
I'd just kind of, I don't know, I feel like I'd be in a more cultured superfood area, even though I feel like we kind of are. I just have been
You
broke
are.
for a while, so haven't been able to really venture out as much. But I'm getting there. So I think Food Wars is the safety of it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's really hard to say because your mindset would change being born into whatever universe you'd be in.
Yeah.
So, you know, what would I grow up to be? I'm trying to think of like the all that comes to mind is like because I
See-
have thought about being born into like the Naruto universe.
well, that's
so I'm
the
like,
thing with-
I would just train my ass off and try to get really good. I probably wouldn't get really good, but then I'd fight in the war and probably end
Well-
up dying. But it'd be
Well, that's why I said Dragon Ball, is because...
Rock Lee did that.
Listen, I don't work out, really.
Yeah.
Because when I did work
Yeah,
out,
I
like,
would
my
work
jeans, I can't get that big, I can't get that, whatever.
Yeah.
But if I was aware of the fact that if I were to work out enough that I could fly and shoot beams out of my hands.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, if
It's a great
you
motivation.
That's
knew that.
all I would fucking do.
You know, actually, I just had a much better thought. I would 100% want to be born into the Black Clover universe,
Okay.
or even the Fairy Tale one. Everyone in the world is born with magic.
Okay.
They can use it. They like the kid was like fucking 7 years old and he was just cooking at the stove and using, or he's cooking outside by the little rock fireplace with his finger.
Yeah.
So I mean, you don't need to become a magic knight in that world and, you know, be the strongest and protect the kingdom, but you could still use magic and you could do a bunch of cool shit. Like you could teach it, you could just start a shop, make cool items. I mean, there's a bunch of shit you could do, and everyone has magic, so that's neat.
There you go.
I think that would
I
be
like
a
that
good
too.
universe to live in.
Nice.
Dylan?
It's just funny how the show is completely based on
I think Dylan's
kids
probably
born
gonna have
into
the
a
best
world
answers.
of
You think what?
magic, and he has none.
I think Dylan's gonna have the best answers.
Oh, I think I want to have the worst.
It's gonna be JoJo.
I think I have the most logical answers.
I thought
Okay.
mine were fairly logical.
No, yours were. And honestly, I was thinking, MicSpam's gonna say he would wish he would be born into Dragon Ball Z, and it wasn't because just because you like Dragon Ball Z, but it's because that's just actually a really fucking good answer. It's just a really good answer.
Yeah.
Because you see all the people who all the people who don't start doing Ki Blast, who are like saying I'm the strongest in the world. There's Dragon Ball.
picturing, like,
where-
TN.
There's Dragon Ball where you have like Bruce Lee,
Yeah.
quote unquote.
Is that
And it's
yours?
because
Can I
that
have
one's
that?
yours. Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate
Um, And it's because he got so fucking in over his head and thought he was the best, and so he just didn't train more.
Yeah.
And the people
But
who
if
have
I was-
capacity and want to train more and learn more and constantly learn, then they succeed. And,
Yeah,
that's what-
exactly. If I knew there was a possibility that I could gain that type of power just by working out and training,
Exactly.
that's all I would do. Are you kidding? That's all I would fucking... If that was a possibility in the real world,
If I could
you
fly
would never
just by
see
getting
me
my
out of a
bench press
gym.
over 300, yes.
I don't-
That would be
You
my
never
goal
see
in
me
life.
out of a gym.
I don't
if that
even
was
know
the case.
why you said you need to try and justify it, because it just makes sense.
Absolutely.
It's good. It's a good choice. It's a really good choice.
I
But
mean, I had to think about it for a while, but I
never
thought
get
so.
robbed.
But I'm curious as to yours.
okay, so if I were just thrown in, and it kind of actually works in both. If I were just thrown in, or if I was born in, okay,
Okay.
Pokemon universe? Why wouldn't you?
That's an interesting one.
A lot of reasons. Pokemon in realistic theory are terrifying.
Yes, they're terrifying, and the Pokedex entries have fucking Pokemon that are hotter than the sun. However,
And they have Pokemon that eat your dreams.
however, you're
And they have 5-foot tall bees.
yes, they have 5-foot tall bees, which is terrifying. They also have balloons that abduct children, and also hypnos that abduct children.
I know the fucked up Pokedex entries.
No, yes, I know. However, it works in both ways in that. I'm not saying it's both my answers. You're born in the Pokemon universe. See, exactly. No, because here's the thing. If I was just thrown in, I don't have to be a trainer.
Right.
Because everyone literally at least has like one Pokemon that's like their friend, and it's just some cool like creature.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A cool pet.
So like a lot of them like and whatever. It's like I would well, first off, I would have a Starmie, 100%. Starmie's the best.
Starmie?
Starmie's my favorite Pokemon.
Okay.
100%. Starmie's my favorite Pokemon. But no, I would do that. Just makes sense to me.
I like the idea. Plus, the food always looks good, and nothing really bad ever happens.
Yeah. Oh well, I mean,
That's true. You're in
all
a
you have
cartoon.
is all you have. Yeah, you're in a cartoon. No. I mean, you have some stuff. It's like people across the world, you know, having all these different kinds of Pokemon too. It's like we've only seen how many fucking regions and how big is the world, so you could find some cool ass shit. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even care if I would like become a master. I would just like, I would work in a fucking deli and just have a Pokemon. I wouldn't care. So it works in both ways, but I think that would be my thrown in one.
Okay.
My born in
Oh,
one.
that's actually a good one. That's a really good one.
My born in one, which also kind of works as a thrown in one.
Okay.
Okay. It would be JoJo, specifically season 4, Diamonds Unbreakable. So here's the reason.
I don't think either of us know anything about it.
Yeah. So
I actually
I'm
know
not-
slight a bit because Dylan tells me about it.
I'm not gonna go onto a JoJo like tirade because
I
as much
will
as I love
catch up onto it eventually, but Black Clover
So-
has caught me.
So basically, season 4 is set in a small town called Moria, and Moria, yeah, Moria, and the whole thing is like they're finding all these other stand users because someone is creating stand users. Some of them turn out to be okay, some of them not, and that's just sort of like how the personality is with the person. But it's made by like this. It's shown pretty early on in season 3. There's like this arrow, and if you survive getting hit with this arrow, you become a stand user. You never know what your
That
stand
sounds
is.
rough.
It's like terraformers.
That sounds rough, though.
It is rough.
20% survive the experiment, but if you do, you bond with an insect.
Exactly.
I don't know if I would do that realistically.
I would 100 if that arrow existed right now, and I knew I had a 5% chance to become a stand user.
5%.
5% chance. I would take
Wait,
that fucking arrow.
how grueling and
die?
painful is the death?
It's well, I mean, you just die.
Well, I
5% or
don't
die.
know. I mean, it shows, you know, it's like trying to react
Okay,
with you,
no,
and
no,
then
no.
it doesn't,
No,
and then
no,
it
no,
can
no,
power you, start
uh,
exploding out of your skin, and you're dying, and everything hurts!
No, it's more just you die by getting shot by an arrow.
Oh, okay. That's the
I'm sure there's some like other pain, but it's not like the stand is trying to come out of you. It's more of like the stand sort of reanimates you after you're dead and you become a new person. So you're still the same. You're not really dead.
Okay.
I don't know if I agree with your logic,
That's
but
bold.
I would want to be born into the JoJo universe just so I could be a super buff, angular, beautiful man.
But not everyone in the JoJo universe is a super buff, angular man. Look at Golden Wind. None of them
I
are
don't
buff.
know who
They're all
that
just
is.
skinny boys. That's the
I
current
don't know who
season.
that is.
Oh, I gotta
But I don't
catch
know.
up.
I mean, that's why I'm saying both my answers work with both. However,
Yeah.
I think I would be thrown into Pokemon more than
Yeah.
being born in, and I would be I'd be born in JoJo.
I can see how being born into Pokemon
Without being
still
thrown
could
in.
easily.
I don't know,
be the
because
same premise.
you're like, I want to be thrown in or born into this universe so I can get hit by an arrow and
Hope
maybe
to get
not die.
superpowers.
Yes.
You know, maybe I'll die, but maybe I'll get superpowers.
I mean, that's
like there are
just
plenty
good,
of
man.
anime universes where just everyone has super. My Hero Academia, like everyone just has fucking superpowers.
No, this is
But-
what's
but-
funny
but
though,
the
because
thing is,
it's 100% win for Dylan because he pictures both as success.
both are success. Yeah. But well, here's the thing. It's like
Dylan's suicidal, folks.
with
Just a little.
I live,
bit.
I live, I succeed. I die, I also succeed. It's my deepest passion. However, no,
You could
like
be a cyborg. That'd be cool.
it could be a cyborg.
Ghost in the
Ghost in the Shell. That'd be a pretty good one. But the thing is, like, with being born in JoJo, especially with just season 4, because like that's just what I'm going with. You're in the main area, and that's the main thing that's happening. I mean, I'm more than likely probably just gonna get a stand. And the thing I like about it is like it's not that like you can get superpowers that like everyone has. Okay, not like shitting on Dragon Ball Z. It's like everyone has like powers that are like I've got a beam. I've got a lot of fast punches. That's the generic one. It's like with stands, especially in season 4, it's really like personality based. And I was like, man, that'd be fucking cool to see like what stand you actually get. Because like, I'm not gonna get something like Star Platinum.
You'd fight with a guitar.
I'm not gonna be like Jotaro, you know. I'm probably gonna be like the dude. I'm probably gonna be like a dude that just has like the dude with the zipper stand, Bucciarati.
A world you would hate to be in. Oh, flip the
a world I would hate to be in. Yeah, but no, that's the end.
I couldn't even answer that question.
I'm not going to go off on
Devilman
JoJo.
Crybaby.
So, but yeah, those are my answers. Hate to be in.
I would hate to be in Devilman Crybaby because I
couldn't even answer that. I've watched so many brutal anime.
Yeah.
That like
a million just flop into your head. My arm's gonna get cut off by some demon chick just because I was there.
Yeah. No, now we have to have a cat. No, we have
such
to have
and such monster rampaging through major metropolitan areas or global widespread
just so happened I was stopped at a red light.
Yeah,
some sort of disease or some ultra powerful being or some fucking terrorist organization. Like there's so many that I would never want to live in.
Yeah,
that's just the normal world though.
This is the world that we live in.
I think it sort of has the same caveat though of like you gotta you have to be, you don't have to have like born in or thrown in, but you have to have, you are in the middle of the action.
Nah.
Yeah,
middle of the action. You have to be in the middle of what is happening. You can't be like, I'm gonna live in whatever, but I live on the other side of the planet, so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think that's the caveat you have to throw in with that.
I think it's fair. Otherwise, there are some universes
either
that
way it would be terrible.
Like I said, then the Food Wars thing works even better. I'm just some guy who randomly has enough money from his shitty job to go to a fancy restaurant and eat the best food he's ever eaten.
Exactly.
Or I would live in Soma's hometown and just go to his shitty diner and eat magnificent food probably that isn't that expensive. Yeah. That would be amazing.
I couldn't pick one world I wouldn't want to be in because there are so many that I wouldn't even want to step foot in.
What's funny is the question just stemmed from a memory of a conversation I had with my buddy Joe, because he thought, well, like, he asked me the question what video game universe I would want to live in, and he was like instantly Skyrim, and I'm like, really? What the fuck? And he's like, dude, I could just murder someone and then just pay the guard some gold and I'm fine. I'm like, Jesus!
That's not game mechanics, not real mechanics.
But regular people don't just have gold in that universe, too.
Mm-hmm. You gotta think, like, there are people who are like,
oh, I know. It was a very vague statement.
They're like, please don't kill me, I'll give you all the money I have. And they give you 5 fucking gold.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, not everyone's going out and adventuring. You're gonna be the dude who fucking wants to go out on an adventure and dies, and you're the skeleton at the very beginning of the dungeon.
You try to get to the cave and you run into a bear.
And you run into a bear.
Fuck!
And you're fucked.
Man, you just get killed by a motherfucking bear.
You hold up a shield and it's like, why can't I see my health bar?
How would you want to live in Skyrim?
Oh, yeah, no, I thought it was a ridiculous answer, and we debated it slightly. That's kind of where that stemmed from. That's what I was getting to. Oh. But let's go to my anime real quick.
Beer. Do you need one?
I will. Okay. So, yeah.
Sure.
I don't know what to think about this show. I'm really, really glad that I watched episode 3. I almost didn't. I was like, this show is ass.
You have to, Fats.
I know, and I did. That's why we prolonged the podcast for a little bit. So, where's the opening? The opening is, I don't know. So the first 2 episodes were horrible. Let me bring out my handy dandy note sheet. Opening, super techno pop like Braden plays in chat.
Okay.
It is really what it sounds like. It's not. I mean, I feel like
the OP for Asuka was pretty dope.
It was really good. This is just super pop, electric, fast. You know, like DDR music game.
I can't hear it, but
it's a DDR song essentially, and I don't know. That kind of was just like, oh god, what am I watching? Because it started with that. There was nothing before it. Just OP. We're starting. And yeah, let's just go to the notes.
It kind of looks cool.
I was really fucked up when I started watching this. So let's see. Girl being chased by pedo gang. Squad rolls out. The fucking squad of like looks like maybe high school girls. I don't know. They're really small, probably lower middle school. I don't know. They show up and they wreck the pedos.
Anime girls.
And then you get the backstory. They're in Academia City where 90% of the population is students. So they're all just learning powers and shit. Well, not really. They're not all learning powers. It's just school city, I guess. Most of them have... The ones they're focusing on have these powers, go to this
At
power
least they
school.
explain why everything's focused on small children.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know.
At least they
I like
explain
didn't even.
that.
I couldn't even find any. The one clip I wanted. There was one good part in this whole show, to be honest.
Well, you can't say that. You've only watched 3
I know.
episodes.
I've only watched 3 episodes. And actually, the 3rd episode. Before episode 3, there was one good part, and then they elaborated on it, which made it better. But I mean, the characters they're all girls. There's the main character she's a level 5. She was born as like a super. So based on the question we would not be born as this chick. She's a level 5 super rare god chick. Shoots only out of the whole first 3 episodes. She only uses her cool railgun attack once. And that was in the first episode.
It is cool.
It's really cool, but the rest of the show is like garbage. Oh, it was good. It was not good. It was bad. Her sister has a creepy pedo attraction to her. I mean, just to go at the story, like finally started getting explained in episode 3, which is they just set the background of the place so bad. I don't know. I think they're just basing it on you liking the characters, but I didn't. They're a bunch of just little girls. They're super cute, but I don't know. It's not really my style, I guess you could say.
Maybe a level 5. I don't know. Go with stuff like this.
Yeah, they go to the school. They have superpowers, and they don't even explain really why they're even going to the school. They're just at the school. This is what we do. We learn how to use powers, and that's it. They're not trying to protect nothing. They didn't say they're the guardians of anything. They just this is new shit.
But everyone in the school can do magic, though, right? There's only
Not
some
everyone.
some
It
of
seems
these
like
people.
only some people have abilities. It was like the only good scene, which I wish I had
It's not
found,
like an ability school.
She runs into this chick gets kidnapped because she's placing these money cards all around town, and they're going on these scavenger hunts for money cards. It was like the first 2 episodes were filler anime for Naruto. It was really weird, not anything great. And then the end of episode 2, though, was where it finally got interesting. This one random chick who you've never seen before gets kidnapped, and then she starts... I don't have the clip, but she starts murdering... she basically, intimidates these guys. She's like, oh, she must be an ability user. Oh, what is her power? And then they kind of just hostage situations, so the other ones walk out, and she's like, oh, why are you so sweaty? And he's like, I'm not. What are you talking about? Oh, you seem so. And then she touches him with her hand. And it's like, oh, it's getting cool. And then she explains, my ability is anyone I touch with my hand is going to... I can kill at any point in time. And freaks them all out and starts turning off the lights and touching all of them. And then the main character just shows up. They're all passed out. And she wasn't using any sort of ability. She had a little poison prick in her hand that she was just touching them with. So it wasn't anything fancy or cool. It was just I'm just knocking him out. She didn't even kill him. It was very anticlimactic. But then episode 3 finally starts explaining some story. I feel like episode 3 should have been episode 1. Because then shit started to actually happen. Now she learns this backstory about herself where she was level 5 and she had a great DNA map, so she gave it. She was watching this kid with muscular dystrophy. dystrophy, whatever.
Yeah.
His muscles gradually just weaken as he gets older.
it's
So he's
muscular
trying to
dystrophy.
walk, but he really can't. It's like, give us your DNA map and we can fix kids like this and save the world. And she's like a, I don't know, 7-year-old. So yeah, I'll do that. Well, now it turns out episode 3, they're making clones of her and shit's going crazy.
Why are they making a clone of
Because
someone
she's
MD?
a level 5.
Oh, because she's a level 5. Okay.
So she's got the god railgun power where she, one time we saw it in 3 episodes, she flipped a coin and murdered the helicopter. It was awesome.
biggest army of cripples you've ever seen.
Well, what you find out a shit ton of information
Okay.
in just 1 2-minute span. It turned out she was level 5. They took her map. It wasn't to actually save the kids. It was to try and clone her. But
Yes.
when they finally made a clone of her, it wasn't a level 5. It was just a level 2. So it wasn't good enough. But now I'm liking that direction. It's like, why did you watch these fucking first 2 garbage episodes? Like, these characters suck. The main character's the only good character so far, other than the evil chick that I recently saw. So it started off horrible. But episode 3 specifically made it
ramps up.
it ramp up. So I don't really know.
How many
Also-
episodes overall is this?
I have no idea, actually. I did not look into that.
Okay.
But
How many what?
how many episodes is it?
Oh.
But there's one really, really creepy, weird part, because it's a show about all girls. You know, there's weird lesbian aspects to it.
Okay, yes.
Her younger sister is super sexually attracted to her and will sneak into her bed at night. And there was a scene in
24
the third
episodes.
episode where she sneaks out,
24
infiltrate.
episodes.
How many?
24.
24.
Oh,
Okay,
gotcha.
about
So it's a
normal.
2
About normal.
seasons.
Yeah.
1 season, 24 episodes.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
wow,
yeah, That's
okay.
like a 1 season.
A full
show.
season.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. But so her younger sister.
Yeah, she sneaks out at night and has to convince she has teleport abilities, so she would teleport.
Yeah.
She teleports into the bathroom when the mistress comes in and has a recording of her sister's voice. Unbeknownst to her sister, she just has recordings of her because she's creepy. And she was like, hey, what you thinking about? Because she sneaks out all the time and jumps onto her bed and starts dry humping the shit out of her. Turns out she put a giant teddy bear under there. And then she continues to do that. And she's like, I guess I haven't done this in a while. And straight up does it. I was like, okay, you molest your sister at night or dream about it. That's a little fucked up. And it was like a little 20-second thing. But it was like, really?
That's a bit bizarre. I'm not trying to derail the conversation because we're gonna go right back to it. But when I got home last night, I turned on the Sci-Fi Channel and I watched a movie called Push, which was terrible. It had Chris Evans in it, and then I watched Ender's Game because it was right after. And there was a really weird
I
relationship.
didn't like either of those movies.
Ender's Game was okay, but I knew what the ending was right when it happened. I was like,
Well, that's because the ending was in the trailer.
yes. Well, I was like, yeah, that's totally what's gonna happen. But no, the main character of Ender's Game, Ender, has a really very bizarre relation. Oh, no, I have no siblings, so I don't know. But it seems like a very more than just like I love this person.
I
as my
said the
family.
same thing about Fats and his sister.
Fuck you. That is not true.
But no, it was like
It's
like,
true that I've said it.
I mean, that's true. That's a stream fucks and jokes about it in Quiplash.
I mean, I was trying to rationalize and say,
That's
oh,
fucked up.
she's the only one that it's not like they try to fuck, but it's like,
It's not true.
but here's the thing, it's like,
Peanut Butter's got my back.
it was like, I was trying to rationalize and say, like, this is the only person that actually talks to him, so he has a very deep connection with them, you know, so I was like, I was trying to get it, but I was like, it seems a bit strange, a little bit strange, but that I didn't want to deal with the conversation, but I was like, it's really interesting seeing stuff like that, like,
Japan goes real hard with weird
Japan's just like,
sexuality.
hey, I'm fucking you now.
Yeah.
To where it's
Japan goes
like,
real hard with some real weird sexuality.
yeah. Which I think it's fine. I think it's fine to explore it.
Yeah, totally.
It's totally fine to explore it. However,
Although I do
it's,
think
it's,
it does bring down some otherwise very excellent.
yeah, but here's the thing: it's up to the
So-
audience whether it's okay or not.
True.
So
I mean, I'm
but,
fine with it, I guess.
As long as the
Like,
rest of
I'm
it's good.
used to it. But like, it does
gotta be
bring
a
down
really-
some otherwise fantastic series. That shit would have been a 10 if they didn't put like weird shit like that into it.
There's gotta be a
Asuka?
really well explained.
Dylan, seriously, watch the first 2 episodes of Asuka. It's it's good.
Okay.
2
But yes,
episodes, 40
I'm not
minutes.
trying to
That's all I'm
derail
asking.
your
yeah.
part of the conversation.
Well,
I
let's
just
go.
wanted
That
to
creepy-
make a little comment. Yeah, so yeah, it was super creepy.
The
Yeah.
creepy chick's name was critical. The main character's Misaka. The sister, I never got her name, but she's labeled as teleport sister powers, pretty cool, and is super pervy attracted to sister.
Okay.
That's what I wrote down there. There was also one other instance in the first episode where this one chick used the remote control to freeze everyone. She was like the popular girl in school and was like, oh, you think you're a better level 5? There's like only 7 level 5s in the world.
Okay.
So she must have been one of them. So I'm assuming this show gets really good, but it started off horrible.
There was something in the trailers that the dude was level 6.
Yeah, that was some... I think it was like a fanfic trailer. I didn't have it up anymore. I don't want to spoil that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. First 2 episodes were complete garbage. The introduction of the characters was bad. They're just not... It was... Their whole cutesy girl squad thing is not hitting marks with me.
Okay.
But once, episode 3 hit, it was good. But their whole, like... You know how anime goes, at least, like, where there's, action-y scenes. Those are good. Rare. And then the in-between scenes,
Yes.
those are garbage in this show. The characters suck, and
Fats
it's
doesn't
not
like
fun.
anything that isn't an action scene, though.
Most of the show was not action.
Yeah, Fats doesn't like anything that's not an action scene.
I mean, that's definitely not true. I watched all of Steins Gate. That was like non-action, most of it.
But
Yeah,
the way
but
that it's
that's like
made,
that's just
though.
Exceptional filmography.
Well, yeah,
Steins
well,
Gate.
no, it's just exceptional storytelling of making you interested.
Yeah,
That's
this
just
show
called
did
good
not do
storytelling.
it. Did not do it. No interest in the
You
characters.
should be interested in the non-action scenes.
finally
and the
got
non-fiction
interested in the
scene,
main
like, non-action
character.
scenes, yeah.
I finally got interested in the main character in episode 3. Like I told MicSpam, like right before the podcast when I watched it, I'm like, I'm really glad I actually watched that episode because the first 2 were garbage, except for the end of the second, and then they picked it up from there.
What's the rating?
It's a 5, 4.5. That is.
4.5.
I was expecting a 6.
No,
I was expecting
I'm not
10.
gonna. As interested as one episode got me, I'm not. No. There's Black Clover to watch.
Fats gives out a 10 like I give out my number to girls at bars.
Mm-hmm.
Which is all the time.
Exactly.
Which is all.
I think we know that the lesson here is watch Asuka Spec-Ops Magical Girl.
I think that's what
whatever
we
shit.
learned from this.
That show is fucking fantastic. I'd recommend it to probably not just anyone. Anyone who's into anime already, fantastic anime.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it would hold up to someone who doesn't watch anime.
Yeah, which is where I probably kind of fall. I don't watch too much.
Then watch the first 2 episodes.
There are very
40
specific
minutes,
things that I
40
The
minutes
art-
of your life is worth it, and you'll
Yeah.
probably get hooked.
Okay.
Well, I did show him the gruesome murder scene from Inushiki, and
Yeah,
he does want to watch
I
it.
adored that. I thought that was.
And if you
phenomenal.
adored that, then I
Inushiki is a
think you would
very
really like
powerful
Devilman Crybaby,
Okay.
which is an insanely...
I think you would like anything from our 10s list. I would recommend to most people.
Yeah, and I think that's what your 10 should be. It's like this is something. It's not just for people who have like.
No.
I just watch a lot of anime.
Everyone
but, like,
in their
everyone-
mind in
everyone
the
should watch
world
it,
needs
which
to
is-
watch Food Wars.
Which that's how
Yeah.
I feel about like. Well, okay, the way I say it is like I rate a lot of things at a 5, right?
Yeah.
And there are a lot of things that I would say, like, if you're really into the things that I would like, then you would really like this. But there are also things that I rate, like, perfect that I think everyone would like.
Exactly.
I think, like, The Witch is something that everyone would like. But I think Suspiria, which is probably one of my favorite movies of all time, I think everyone should watch.
Well, that's what I said about Baccano. Baccano, I gave a very subjective 10.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't even recommend it to most people.
Exactly.
But it's a very subjective 10.
Yeah. That was the one with the gangsters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But Asuka, if you're into anime, it's very solid. The only reason I say that is because there's a lot of anime tropes in the in-between scenes.
Yeah.
that you kind of have to be okay with already, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's fair. But
Also,
But like the actual scenes that matter, and I'm not even talking about just the action scenes. I'm talking about like the political scenes, the like I like when there's like a what's the word I'm looking for? Dylan, help me out.
okay.
It's like the police is like, oh, it's out of our jurisdiction. The feds are on it now. No, the feds are out of. It's a secret organization now. Like it's a blank struggle.
power struggle.
No, not power.
No.
That's why I asked Dylan, not you.
I don't know what the word you're talking about. The only thing that I can think of is it's been used
So-
a lot, so it's just like sort of like a MacGuffin, or not a MacGuffin, but it's like a.
No, it's about
I know what you mean.
If I would have had one less beer, I would know. I would know the word I was thinking of. Like it's like red tape. You know
Yeah.
what I
Oh
mean?
no, I think that actually is the term you're thinking of, is red tape.
No, but that's not the word.
It's like, I'm sure there's a specific term that I might know as well, but no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
But yeah, it's like
It's
so
out of
the-
our hands.
A big scene in Asuka is the Asuka's friend who she makes in high school. You know, because she's got to make a friend in high school eventually, because that's what gives her something to protect.
Yeah.
Her friend is the daughter of some like higher up in some government organization,
Okay.
or at least in the police. He's a higher up in like the Japanese police organization, I should say.
Okay.
And she gets kidnapped because they're gonna send the police a torture video of her as revenge for them torturing one of their terrorists.
Okay.
And he goes to the chief of whatever department he works for and goes, what the fuck are we gonna do about this? She goes, we're not gonna do anything. I mean, listen, like, if we get involved, there are magic users, so we're not gonna be able to do anything. We're gonna lose a lot of good men.
Yeah.
It's not a big enough crisis to report to the higher ups in the
Yeah.
magical government thing. So like our hands are tied. Like if the magical girls decide to act on their own, that's fine, but we can't do anything about it. And if she does die, then we're just gonna get more funding. So we're gonna do nothing about it.
Yeah.
To the girl's father, and he's just like, all right, I guess.
Nani? That's intense.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's intense. I love the show. I would give it a 10 if it weren't for a couple detractors. Absolutely.
Gotcha. Well, you ready for your next show? Because it's a kicker. It's a really
Yeah,
good
but
one.
It's gonna be bad.
Is this
It's
that-
gonna be so good.
Is this that Gundam? Are you gonna show him that Gundam
No,
Chibi?
veto.
Not Gundam.
Chibi Gundam.
Veto.
Chibi Gundam.
Veto.
You can't veto Naruto Rock Lee.
Veto.
Can we
God
look
damn it.
All right, Chibi.
Well,
Gundam.
now
that is
you're-
an abomin- That is an
Can we type in
abortion.
on YouTube Chibi Gundams?
That is an abortion. I'll rate it a 0 already.
But look
That
at
is
Rock
an
Lee.
abortion.
He's so funny.
No.
What the fuck is this?
I refuse to watch this.
It's a Naruto Rock Lee spinoff. It's
I
what
don't
Mike
care if
Span
you
has
give it to me as
wanted.
an assignment. I will not watch it.
God damn it.
This is an abortion.
Wait a
Well-
minute. Wait a minute. Okay.
Okay, now it's
Wait a minute.
Invader Zim.
MicSpam, have you seen Soul Eater?
I know of Soul Eater. I
Have you
haven't
never
watched
seen
it.
that? All right, you're
There's a
watching
show.
that then.
There's a show.
Jesus, I thought you had seen that. I've seen it, so I figured you've seen it.
I know a lot.
I
about
watched
it,
all
but
of
I've
Soul
never-
Eater. This was a
There's a
very
show.
good show.
I know a lot about it, but I just haven't watched it.
Oh man, you're watching that then. Damn, I didn't know you never watched this. I would have given this to you months ago. This was an amazing show.
I really enjoy Soul Eater. I'm excited for the remake.
I know about the little girl with the scythe.
Yeah, Maka. Soul Eater is really good. I enjoy it. Near the end, it gets a bit too corny, but
Are you
it's
ending
fucking
gets
kidding me, Fats? So you were gonna give me that for real?
Yeah,
That's an insult.
that's what you get.
It's a good show. I actually watched the first 3 episodes of it.
That is literally an insult.
Yeah,
I can't believe that
what?
you've never seen this.
You know Rock Lee is my favorite character, and you were gonna give me that insulting fucking spin-off they did about him? How dare you?
Yeah, Soul Eater is really good. I enjoy it a lot.
I bet this is fine. I bet this is great.
Phenomenal. This is a 10 in my book.
But Fats is a bastard.
Fuck you.
You know Rock Lee is my favorite character, and you were gonna give me that garbage spin-off against him, about him, against him. That should have never been made.
We're coming.
Let me just say, this show is definitely a 10.
How?
I would give it a 10.
It's a 10.
I would give it a very strong 9.
If you went whole show review, I'd give it a 9.7 just because the ending was lackluster.
Watching up to the first couple
Everything
seasons
else was
really,
a-
really good, though. An 8 for Soul Eater or an 8 for the Rock Lee spinoff? Alright. Well, now, Fats, you have to make the decision whether you make him watch Soul Eater
No,
or
he
8.
gets 1 veto a month. He vetoed Rock Lee like a dick.
Well, it's a good thing that I came over.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe you'd never seen that, so that was never in my mind. I was
Soul Eater is
actually...
one of the few animes that I've watched the entire thing of. One of the very few.
Here, I'll just give you the
That is literally insult. You're just gonna bastardize my favorite character.
It's great.
He will never like Rock Lee again.
Alright, so the actual one.
Yeah,
Soul
actually,
Eater.
Soul Eater.
Soul Eater an 8. It was a really good show.
Yeah, I'm
The
excited for the reboot, like what they did with
The
Brotherhood.
one fight in that show that really made it amazing was when she was fighting that crazy chick, and she did the whole awakening thing because she went into like it has its dark moments in the show.
Where she went crazy? And she
Well,
went to
yeah.
Madness Maka?
Yeah,
That wasn't a girl, that was a boy she was fighting.
God, one of those creepy anime things where it looks like a girl, but
But
it's a
everyone thinks
boy.
that guy's a girl too,
Yeah,
so
my bad, my mistake.
it's okay, but it's a boy. It's a boy.
It's a boy.
So I watched this really bad
Peanut Butter, I don't have any friends who watch anime.
called Legend of the Overfiend. I recommend watching it drunk with friends.
I don't have any
Trailer.
friends who watch anime.
What I'm doing. Over.
I just watch a bunch of 70s and 80s horror films. That's pretty much my niche.
What the fuck?
Well, we're gonna get you into anime.
No, I don't dislike anime.
Yeah, but we're gonna
Why
get
is
you to
this
love
inappropriate for viewers?
No, you don't need to like anime to watch it. Okay.
Mankind.
Is it like a The Room situation? Control 2?
How foolish it is to believe that your kind rules the earth.
Especially the English dub.
No,
Well,
and
that's
if
what
you
the
just
trailer
spend the next year
Unseen
just methodically going through our list of 10s, you'll become an anime fan.
See,
Our 10s are good 10s.
I don't know. I'm super set in the thing. I don't dislike it, and here's the thing: when you show me Steins Gate, I really enjoy it. The ending, I was a little because I wished for a different ending, but I think for the ending it was fine.
Yeah.
I would have wished for a more of a bittersweet.
It was
ending.
fine, and it didn't detract from any of the rest.
Yes.
Of the series.
But
Plus
just
the
like
fact that they
animes.
made an alternate series going on the alternate timeline where he failed the first time,
Yeah.
that very much makes up.
It's got to be very specific for me to want to watch it. I would say that.
But that's what I'm saying. Our 10s, we
Yeah.
watch a lot of anime.
We
Our
are on
10s are
episode
10s.
39, so I've watched 3 episodes of random new anime I've never seen before for the last 39.
Yes, that's 108. It's 108 episodes, but probably more.
Well, it's more
You
because
watch
some
all
of them
of
I
it, yes.
binged. I watched all of Steins
Yeah,
Gate,
story
I
and
watched
everything.
all of...
Any of our 10s, we watched
fuck?
all.
What the fuck is this orgasm
Absolutely.
that's happening
Yeah.
in hell?
So this
There's
is
an
why
orgy
I had to
happening.
hit that. Understand that there's raw con. Oh my god.
What are we watching? This is Demon
Oh
Boy.
my
What the
god!
fuck are we watching now?
Quattro titties.
All
What
right.
the fuck?
Now we're
Quattro titties, I'm into it.
And now Mike Spam's back.
I'm
Yes!
back. I'm back, baby.
This is like creepy Devilman Crybaby, but not.
That's why I said you watch it drunk.
Well, I am drunk and I'm into it.
Well, that makes sense. The double squish sound.
I'll also say this, MicSpam. It's not just with anime. I think it's also with TV shows. I have a thing with I watch more movies than I do TV shows.
Well,
So
definitely
it's more,
me too, but anime falls into a different category.
Yeah.
I watch anime like a movie. If I really like an anime,
Yeah.
I don't
Binge it.
watch an episode of it.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, just something with me in movies. Like, I'll watch like the most terrible shit that like no one should ever watch, and it's great. I love it.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's the
I think
whole
if you go
fucking
through our- I
thing.
think if
Is
you go
this
through
a
our list of
movie?
10s
This is a movie.
I think if you go through our list of 10s,
Oh, should we
Yeah.
try and recreate it? We haven't done that in a
The
while.
list of 10.
we create what?
The list of 10s.
Oh
We
man,
recently
yeah, that'd be difficult.
recreated it by
Okay.
trying to type them all out because Rachel was interested in anime, so we made a list of 10.
Okay.
Well, the first 10 was Food Wars.
Edited into a
Food
movie,
Wars
so
is an
that's
11.
awesome.
We already have justified
That was the first 10.
Food Wars was the first 10.
See, here's the thing I think about Food Wars, okay? Food Wars, here's what I think, okay? I think I would enjoy it. I think if I just sat down and, like, forced myself to watch it, I think I would really enjoy it. But, like, I feel like, at least in the beginning for me, it doesn't have that thing that makes me want to watch it. It's like, okay, here's the thing. I'm a film major. I've never seen The Godfather. Which is
That's
like
embarrassing.
It's a sin
Yeah,
to film
what?
majors. But there's something about it that I don't know yet. I know if I watched it, I would love it. But there's something about it that hasn't made me want to sit down and watch it. And that's what with a lot of shows and a lot of movies.
Okay.
That's what it's like. You see what I'm saying?
That's fair.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying that I wouldn't want to, but it's like there are other things that I would rather watch first.
Here, MicSpam, we'll alternate on this list.
Alright, Food
I'm
Wars,
gonna go.
okay.
I'm gonna
Steins
go.
Gate.
Well, all right. Well, that one's. Yeah,
one's on
that
yours.
one's on there. It's on there.
Yeah,
So.
you guys watched that?
Oh, we both gave that one a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was 100.
100%.
Like MicSpam gave it to me, and I said it was amazing, and then he watched it, and then he watched the whole thing.
Usually
too.
when a 10 pops up, we both end up watching it.
Yeah.
They're so good. I'm gonna go with mine. Even Inuyashiki.
Yep.
That I actually don't think that was a podcast show. I think that was pre-podcast, but Mike
Evangelion?
Spam kept telling me to watch it, and I did,
Love
and
the
I
way you
was
said
not
Ova.
disappointed. That is the best. Ova. You know.
That's what I
It
said. I
may
said
have been a
Ova.
podcast. I think it may have been a podcast.
I really don't think Inuyashiki was. We'll have to go back.
I
See if
might
we got.
have. I don't know. Devilman Crybaby.
Oh, it's so good.
100% a 10.
Baby.
Devilman,
Devilman Cry Baby.
Crybaby.
12 episodes of pure genius.
Yeah, that
Okay.
story is a masterpiece. It is the best bad. Like, I can't even say. You gotta watch that
And,
one.
and if you didn't if the ending of Steins Gate was a detractor for you, that is not an issue of Devilman
Just a
Crybaby.
little bit. Just a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. But that is
Devilman
not
Crybaby
an issue
ended
with
correctly.
Devilman Crybaby. Devilman
It ended
Crybaby
so right.
ended the way that it should have in that universe.
That
And
universe
whether
is.
or not it was good for the
Or
protagonist or not,
Fuck
that's the way it should have ended.
Okay.
Talk about a universe you would never want to be born into. That one.
See, okay,
Yeah.
here's another thing. I just thought about this, okay?
Okay.
And not to detract from your list, but both of you can now think for it on a second while I ramble about 80s horror films. Here's the thing, okay. in 70s and 80s horror, okay, and even in horror now, and in good horror, not all the characters are going to live. And you have to live with the consequences of what's happened.
Yeah.
And that's what I didn't get with Steins Gate. That's the only thing I didn't get. I was like, this would have been like something I would watch probably like every couple of years because I want to go back and watch it. But like when I know it's like it's gonna be okay. It's like like a Deadman manga, but I knew
Yeah, it was. That shows.
But I think that's one.
If you
reason.
go back to one of our first week podcasts when Mike Spam went on his thing, he basically explained it perfectly. And that show has just such an overarching story behind
Devilman
it. Its
Crybaby?
religious component.
It's a
of it.
tragedy in its
Yeah.
purest form.
Oh yeah, I love tragedies. They're great.
You would love Devilman Crybaby.
Okay.
Like there
Well,
was
I
a
wanna check it
moment
out.
where I thought, he was gonna come back and save the day, and
No.
then you see the most completely like saddening. Like, really? No. What? And then it just.
I love that shit.
It's beautiful.
I love it.
100%. That's a 10.
Yeah, Devilman
Inuyashiki and Devilman Crybaby, I'd say, fit in a similar terror horror like hopeless genre, I guess you could say. But Inuyashiki does it a little differently.
I'm sure they make horror anime.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they absolutely make horror.
That's a
anime.
huge genre. What was one that I just thought of one that was yours, but what was it? Erased?
No.
No. What was the one that you gave me Steingate, I gave you some, and you gave it a 10?
Erased was not a horror anime, although I did give it a 10.
Okay.
See what I love I have a lot of like Asian horror films as well, and the way that they view horror is completely different from the way that we view horror, and like in certain aspects, and I think it's fucking great.
Was an Origami a 10?
No, not for me.
I sure it was at least a 9.
It was up there, but I don't think it was a 10.
I'm trying to think, what other shows have you watched since
Overlord.
I thought the one that you watched.
I liked Overlord a lot. I think I'd give Overlord a 10.
Overlord was a 10.
I feel like that's a subjective 10, like you were saying on your Bakano one, because you kind of really have to love that kind of style. Where
I don't know.
I've seen Tetsuo the Iron Man.
born into the
have
anime
not.
universe, or trapped in a video game. If you don't like that kind
I
of
will add it to my
genre-
watch list, my growing watch list.
Which one?
Peanut Butter asked if I had seen Tetsuo the Iron Man, and it's something that I have not seen. But I'm always into seeing more stuff. So that honestly, when I go home, I
Isn't
might.
Tetsuo the name of
I
the
might
Akira
look it up.
guy? Tetsuo.
Let's see. I have no idea. Black Lotus. Didn't you watch that on here?
Black Lotus? No,
Or
Black
what-
Clover.
Black Clover, yeah.
Black Clover. Oh, it's
That's a long running one, so it's not as accessible as a lot of our other 10s. A lot of our 10s are shorter series.
But we're just getting a list
Dylan
of 10s.
has watched multiple episodes of Black Clover
I've
because
seen-
he comes
I've seen a
over
few.
and drinks beer, and I am watching
Here's
it,
the
and
thing.
I will keep
Here's the
watching
thing.
it because
I've never
it's so
seen-
good.
I've never seen a single episode of Fairy Tail, but it reminds me of Fairy Tail.
It's from the
Fairy
creator.
Tail is bad.
I know.
Fairy Tail is good. Mike Spam's a hater. This is
Fairy Tail's
though
bad.
improved
I
Fairy Tail.
did give Evangelion a 10.
Like, now that I know Black Clover exists,
Yes.
Fairy Tail is a 9 and Black Clover is a 10.
Okay.
Fairy Tail is like a
Mike Spam
4.5 at best.
Peanut Butter.
You're just a hater.
I just want to say before I grab this other beer.
Fine. I know it's Mike Spam's.
Hold on.
Evangelion was a 10 for me. It's
Before-
amazing. It's a
before I grab
really
some beer.
fucking good show.
Thank you, Peanut Butter. I will 100% watch this film. I'm just gonna read a little bit of the description of this movie that he just said if I should watch.
go for it.
It's called Tetsuo the Iron Man. It's a 1989 Japanese cyberpunk film by cult director Shinya Tsukamoto, produced by Japan Home Video. His third film is extremely graphic, but also strikingly filmed, fantasy shot in the same low-budget underground production style as his first two films, which is everything that I would probably ever want in a movie and more.
Nice.
So yes,
I've been trying to slowly introduce Fats to Ghibli films.
You haven't watched a lot of Ghibli?
Now
No,
I've
Fats has
watched
barely
3 of
watched
them
any
now.
Ghibli.
What have you seen?
I saw,
And these are just because I forced him to watch them with me, and he ended up loving all of them.
well,
Of course, because it's Ghibli.
Yeah,
one of them was an anime assignment, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
That was the first one, which
But
was
I watched it
Spirited
with you
Away,
as well.
which was amazing.
Spirited Away is a nearly perfect film.
Spirited
That's
Away.
my favorite.
It is
My
a nearly
favorite
perfect
Ghibli
film.
by
Out
far.
of the here's gonna be a tough one.
Okay.
Rate them at the end.
Okay.
1 through 3 because I can do it because I've only watched the 3.
Yes.
So
I already know
Spirited
the
Away.
three
I
he's
know
talking
Mike
about,
Spam's
I know
answer, but I'm
mine.
curious
I
on
know
Dylan's
mine.
because he's probably seen them all too.
Okay.
Spirited Away was
Yes.
amazing. Then we watched. What was the second one?
Howl's Moving Castle.
Yes.
Moving Castle is
Okay.
amazing.
Fun fact about that one. I watched Howl's Moving Castle. Mike Spam watched
I
like
had already
10
seen it. I had already seen it
Yes.
so many times.
Yes.
MicSpam passes out 10 minutes into the movie, and I don't realize it until like an hour into the movie. And I
It's
watched
great.
the whole thing
It's
just
great.
drunk
Yeah.
by myself,
It's
and it
fucking
was
great.
amazing. I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
And then the third one was Princess Mononoke,
Okay, yes.
which 100% was the best, in my opinion, of the three I just said.
Princess
Then
Mononoke
it goes to
is a
Spirited
second
Away,
under Spirited
and
Away
then
for
it
me.
goes to the Howl's Moving Castle.
Oh, Spirited Away is probably my favorite Ghibli film.
Same
I
for
know
me.
it's a cop out for it, but God,
It's objectively the best. Like
that
in my
film is
opinion,
fucking
It has
beautiful.
everything that's good about a Ghibli film in
that
it.
yeah. If you're like, oh, you also have like My Neighbor Totoro and fucking King's Delivery Service, like, but Spirited Away is literally the objective. It is like the
It's
poster boy
for sure the most
Ghibli films.
dynamic.
It was really
And
good.
It is-
Ghibli
it is-
is known for
Princess
the
Mononoke
fucking
took me over,
that
though. That
existed,
was
but
No, it's fine.
good fucking movie.
No, it's perfectly fine to not like think it's like the best one, but like no, I would say just,
yeah,
like,
no, plenty of people agree with you. Facts.
from a film standpoint, Spirited Away is one of the most beautiful films I've ever seen. It's
Absolutely,
so-
just the
little-
world
little
building.
smut
The
guys,
world
little
building
cold
alone
dudes.
in that
Yeah,
movie.
it's the detail and the pacing. And don't watch the English version, by the way, for anyone who's not seen it for some reason.
We did watch the English
Do
version.
not
I
watch
prefer the English
English was
version.
watch,
really good.
watch the Japanese version.
I
I
prefer
would
the
rewatch
English
it,
version.
actually.
The Japanese version is a lot slower and it's a lot more build up and it's a lot of world building because a huge thing with like Japanese art is like is focusing in on the empty
I
space.
never noticed that.
And
That would sounds.
it's fucking great. I also like I like slow films and shit like that. Like I like 2001.
But the
Space
voice acting in the Ghibli films in English are always amazing.
Oh, yeah, you
that
have-
was a
you have fucking,
realization. It was
you
Lilo.
have, you
Lilo
have-
and Stitch.
yeah.
Was Lilo. I never made that
Yes.
connection. I saw
Also in
Lilo and Stitch.
Ponyo, Liam Neeson is in Ponyo.
Yeah, Liam Neeson.
Really?
Yeah, Liam Neeson is in Ponyo.
If you want a really good anime film that we both gave
Yep.
a 10, that you probably haven't seen, Motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, Motherfucker. Okay, that
Oh yeah, that one was good.
that was the very first podcast I was on. Yeah, no, that was something I watched and I was like, I actually kind of really want to watch this. So
That one was
It
really
was. I was blown away.
yeah, I was
honestly.
interested in that one.
I was really blown away. It was so out of the mold, so outside the mold of like your regular
Yeah.
anime kind of thing, and I just loved it. And the cast was stacked.
I don't know if it's spelled that right.
The cast was stacked.
Ghibli?
Ghibli, BLI.
There we go. Yeah, no, that was a really good
Yeah,
fucking
that-
movie. I'm surprised the
I'm
reviews
interested.
weren't as good on that one as
Yeah, the
we
reviews
rated
suck on
Like,
it,
we
but I
rated it like,
fucking loved it.
oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah, it's something I was interested in watching, especially when we watched the trailer and then we watched whoever watched whatever fucking space one about the girl who woke up and had the cure for something because aliens were attacking and it just
That was the one I watched.
King
I
of
didn't
Thorns.
love it.
yeah, and I
love
was
it.
like, this is kind of strange.
I didn't love it.
Anyway.
But motherfuckers,
nice.
oh, that was
No, I
good.
still
It was
hear.
everything I
Right.
wanted it
No,
to
I
be.
know,
It
it's
was
fine.
super urban.
No, but you had
The soundtrack was awesome. It had cool sci-fi shit. It had a cool,
Oh, yeah.
great action scenes.
That was awesome.
I love that movie. I would
It
watch
was-
it again. I'd watch that movie multiple times.
It was really good, like 100% really good. I feel like we're easily missing 10s though in our anime list right now. It's slow.
Literally at this point, I would have to go through the podcast and like remind myself of what was tens.
See, that almost detracts from
Just
them
let me know.
being 10s then. If you can't actually remember them. Like, these are vivid. I mean, if you gave me like a
White
top
ass
3
handshake.
anime list, I mean,
Alright.
at the moment, in terms of this list, it's easily the
Well, yeah,
top
there are
3
also
that we
some
have.
that
Wonderland.
oh,
I actually
Dead-
know about Dead Man Wonderland.
Dead
because
Man
I read a little
Wonderland
bit of the
Fats
manga.
did give it 10.
wasn't
I think
super
I did
interested.
give that a 10.
You
I
did.
really wanted to watch more that I still
a
really
lot
do.
of my tens, no offense, Fats, actually offense intended, didn't
They're
come
actually
from
meaningful.
Fats. Most of my tens did not come from Fats.
Fuck.
Fats is not the greatest at recommending anime. I've given Fats way more tens.
Ooh.
But he recommended
me.
Soul Eater, and it's a good one. It's not a 10, but
That's
it's a good one.
10 in my opinion.
But I've
Hey,
given
why
Fats way
ask
more
you? You don't know
tens
my
than he's
life,
given me. Like I could say Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter.
I wouldn't even say Hunter x Hunter is a 10.
What, dude? How
That's
can you
something.
not give that a fucking
I
10?
give it
here's
a
the
9. I would say it's not even at this point. It's not even like my favorite shonen.
Well, obviously you have One Piece, Dick.
Here's what I would say. Hunter x Hunter, I was like, okay, this looks strange. And at first I got confused with Monster
It
Hunter.
is
I thought-
really good. It's a 9.
Or not Monster
Like,
Hunter,
it's
but Dragon Warrior. I thought it was an anime based off Dragon Warrior, the video game.
It's its own self. Well, what's funny
But
is
how
I
many
gave it
episodes
to
are there?
MicSpam. There's like 100 some, and
Yeah,
he
I can't
binged.
watch that.
He binged the whole show in like 2-3
I
weeks.
can't watch that. That's too
Like
long.
that took you what, a month? I don't know how long it took you, but
about a
not very
month to
long.
watch, yeah.
Like he watched a lot of episodes. Like that has to be a 10 to pull you that
It's a,
hard.
Nah, it's a 9.
I love everything about that. The one thing that I'd say the best part about Hunter is they
like about it,
But
that there were enough things that I didn't like about it that I wouldn't be able to give it.
and the thing is with 10s, it's supposed to be for like, I don't know, at least in my opinion, like if you make like something, it's like this is like my perfect rated film. It's like it's something that I would want people who don't like the same things that I like, they should see it and they would enjoy it.
That's fair.
That's the way that
can
I
give
see
that.
10s.
I can
Well,
give
yeah, and
that.
that's
in
why
terms of a
most
shonen,
of our
if
10s.
you're a
That's why
shonen
most of our
watcher,
10s are shorter series
Yeah.
because it's hard to keep up that 10
Yeah.
in a long running
Yeah,
series.
no,
I
that's
can't
true.
even name a long
Black
series
Clover.
that keeps up that 10.
Black Clover.
For you.
100%.
Maybe.
120 million%. Everything about the show is everything I've wanted in a shonen anime.
It's like it's the best show.
But yeah, like I
Like,
would
if you
give-
want to sadly know what
I
episode,
guess
guess
I'm
what episode I'm on.
He's on like 7.
probably not as high as I would think because I binge harder than you.
That's true. So guess. There's like 70 some episodes.
45.
I know I recently watched episode 50. I'm probably at like 56.
I used to like 100.
There's like 70 some, and it's
But
gonna.
yeah,
be-
if I were to name 10s outside the podcast, definitely Hellsing. Definitely Attack on Titan.
I wouldn't give
for
Attack
sure.
on Titan a 10. Not a
I would give Attack on Titan a 10. I love Attack on Titan.
Nah. See, I feel like I would definitely give One Punch Man a 10. 100%.
Yeah.
One Punch Man gets a 10. I don't know. Attack on Titan is season 1 gets a 10, but then it just and there's I don't know. I lost
You're
me.
not into the same intricacies that I'm into, Fast. You're all about the action when it comes to anime.
That's
And
fair.
I've realized this about you.
I'm a simple man, you know.
I understand that. You like action movies.
I have my guilty pleasures.
I really like the intricacies that go into Attack on Titan. There are changes between each season. There are new things revealed each season. And the third season totally flips the script where they're overrunning the
Fast-paced,
government. And they succeed in overrunning the government. And it's awesome.
I'm looking
Love
forward
it.
to the next.
Fucking love
I'm
it.
looking forward to the next shit, but like, I don't know. The end of season 3. I'm looking forward to they did the release schedules. It's like I'd have to say it demotivated me during season 2. It was just I don't know
why.
was
For
just-
me, that makes no sense. Attack on Titan
dull.
only got better as it went on for me.
Oh, I'm the opposite. We started amazing and it just slowly developed and like de-developed. I don't know how you
See,
say that.
that's
I
the
didn't,
difference
like,
in our taste.
devolve.
It only got better for me. Season 1 was the weakest for me.
Season 3 though was good. So like it's not like I'm not gonna watch the next part of the season, you know. They left some pretty huge cliffhangers, but season 2 just lacked in what season 1 had, which was the surprise factor of the whole world and how everything's there. And then season 2 just felt so slow and janky, and then I mean, personally to me, they just developed in a way that they went towards routes that I was not expecting and wasn't wanting. I don't know. I don't like the whole he's one of them kind of weird.
I love it.
It's creepy. The whole
I love
they
it.
get hardcore into the politics of living.
What were some of the ones? Because I know I sent you some 10s like shortly before we started this podcast.
I'm really thinking that was Inuyashiki. I don't think that was a podcast show.
No, the Inuyashiki was definitely not a podcast show.
Yeah, but
But there were a few.
Devilman Crybaby, was that a podcast show?
No, that was also pre-podcast.
Yeah, that was one.
That was the one that was right before we started doing this.
Very true. That kind of got my fucking anime senses tingling.
Crybaby was like next level fantastic.
One Punch Man's a 10.
I'd
If
give that a 10.
you've never seen One Punch Man,
I've seen One Punch Man many times.
I've seen
It's
it
Helsing.
three
It's
times.
Helsing Ultimate, by the way, Fats.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, Helsing Ultimate.
MicSpam gave that to me,
seen,
and I
I've
did
seen
not
One Punch
give it a
Man
10.
many times.
I give it a 10, absolutely, because Fats is uncultured.
Well, fuck you. I don't know. It was weird and bland, and you made me watch it dubbed and anime.
Yeah,
dubbed
because
just
it's-
doesn't
listen.
work for me.
Listen. Let me see if Dylan backs me up here.
Okay,
Okay.
let's hear it.
An anime that's set in purely England, Italy, France, and Germany.
Okay.
Should it be listened to in Japanese?
Yeah, I
There's
think
one Japanese character in the entire show.
I think it's fine.
I think it should be.
Really?
That's how anime is.
Even if it has fantastic English voice acting too, with people from those countries that it's set in.
A fatty 10 that I don't think Mike's fan would
Makes
agree
good
with.
sense.
You know what I mean? Why would they be speaking Japanese?
I understand. Well, it's because it's the it's.
That's why I couldn't watch
situation.
Baccano in Japanese either, because it's an American gangster show, an American 1920s gangster show.
Okay, I can see that, but I think when you go into European countries, it's I don't know.
Yeah, but there's
I
one
think it's fine.
Japanese person in the entire show, and they're a very minor character.
I think it's fine.
Mm,
I don't know. I think it's okay. I like watching in the original language that it was meant to be created in.
Yeah,
So
and
so
for me, Helsing, that was supposed to be in English.
yeah. So but here's the thing. Season 1 JoJo is set in England. Season 2 JoJo is set in America. And I can't.
Yeah, but it's so JoJo.
I could
is,
not imagine
I
them being
cannot-
English.
Here's
The
the thing, though.
world!
Here's the thing, though.
Oh,
That's
it's cringy as fuck.
technically
Here's the
in
thing, though.
Egypt.
JoJo is specifically supposed to be. I wouldn't say a parody, but a commentary on anime. Maybe like it's definitely kind of a parody on anime itself.
I could see.
So
Yeah, I could see.
that makes sense. Why you would want to watch it in Japanese. Because they parody themselves
Yeah,
in
they
Japanese
100% do.
against other animes.
And the creator forgets everything that he fucking writes. So there's a lot of plot holes that happen. It's like, how come this doesn't come back? He's like, oh yeah, I forgot.
But like a really
It's
well
great.
written short show. I mean, Hellsing Ultimate is 10 episodes. They're long episodes, hour-long TV
That's a
time,
big thing. What up,
45-minute non-TV time.
Yeah.
But it was never supposed to be like a parody. It was never supposed to be even like anime-ish.
Okay.
That was just a style it was dealt. But they were dealing with Catholic Church, vampires, fucking Italy, people from the Vatican in Italy, and then like Scottish mercenaries and the
Yeah.
fucking the Nazis. Why would not like the Nazis? They're
Yeah.
Nazis.
They're little Nazis and they speak Japanese and it's funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Nazi.
That's so like it's so meant to be with the English dub and that and with and they got people from those countries to like they're very authentic accents.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all I'm saying. It's just it was never meant to be Japanese.
I'll say this too.
B.
I mean, coming from a person who doesn't watch a lot of anime, I mainly will just look out for the subbed versions, right? So, but coming from a movie person, I watched a lot of one of my favorite directors of like old 80s horror is Dario Argento, and he's from Italy. And watching the Italian versions where it's in the original language, and a lot of times he had actors that didn't know what they were saying to each other. So sometimes you have people who actually speak English, and sometimes you have people who have to be overdubbed later on, like in Suspiria. But I've watched the English versions of those because they're just so fucking entertaining, and it adds to what I love about it. So I mean, it's probably just because coming from me, I'm not a huge anime person. You know what I mean? I'm sure there are some that like the.
Well, yeah, but there's also a difference between something that's more of a parody and something that's a very serious type thing. So the reason like JoJo works in Japanese so well is because it's so obviously meant to be a parody.
Oh, yeah, in aspects. Yes, it
and
is.
the reason the English version of whatever Italian movie you were talking about was because, like you said, it was almost ridiculous in English. It was like a parody. Like it's like a joke. It's ironically good.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about objectively good.
Yeah, objectively good. JoJo in English is not objectively good. It's just bad.
It's
but no. I'm sure.
And what I'm saying in Hellsing is objectively, it should be watched in English because that's the subject matter and it's done very, very well. And that's just how it should be watched. And if it was in Japanese, it would take me out of we're talking about no Japanese culture, no Japanese people. It's the Catholic Church.
Yes.
It's the Protestants. It's the European government. It's the Americans. It's the Nazis. We're not dealing with anything Japanese except for the art style.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that should be done in the English dub with, legitimate accents from those countries.
Well, I think a lot of that is just like personal preference too, and also it really depends on who they get to voice the characters.
That's particular
a huge
show
thing because
is the best example of that because it was very well cast.
Because that's what I would want to know if I were to watch something like that. Because I'm sure that there are some animes that are set in Japan that the Japanese voice acting is really good, but the English voice acting probably would make it even better, even though it wouldn't make sense. I think it's all just, it really just depends on who you get cast.
Absolutely. I think cast is definitely a huge part of it. I just, personal preference, like, once I made the switch from dub to sub, anime just seems extra off.
Well, because
it just seems off.
99 out of
my
100...
buddy, a big example, buddy Joe. Joe's been on the podcast. He told me, like, you should really rewatch Seven Deadly Sins in dubbed, and I'm like, why would I do that? He's like, the voice acting is phenomenal, it's amazing, and I tried, and I just couldn't do it. I'm like, this just made the show worse for me. Why would I do this to myself? So, like, I couldn't do it, but he's done both sides of the scenario. He says they're both phenomenal, and he won't go back to sub for that show specifically. I can't do that. That's just not something I could ever do. It's like, if I watch it one way, it's that
No,
way.
and I get why you think that, but I think it's because you're traumatized, Fats.
Maybe.
You're traumatized by shitty English dubs in anime, which 99 out of 100 anime are a shitty English dub, and the only reason you would ever listen to it in Japanese is because you can't understand how bad the voice acting is. It's probably bad voice acting in Japanese, but you can't tell because you can't understand it.
You would never be able to know.
Right.
That's definitely fair.
I remembered one. Okay,
That's my point.
Ooh.
But like, if something is like very well done in English and is clearly meant to be watched in English, that's how you should watch it, and that's what Hellsing is.
I
guess that's what you say Hellsing is, and I can 100% agree with you on Motherfuckers, the movie. That was fantastic.
Yeah, that too.
In English.
Well, that was a French anime, so the other option was French.
True.
Even though it seemed so American to me.
Yeah, it was very American.
Here's what I'll say too, because one of my favorite animes of all time, Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, but yeah. Absolutely. Cowboy Bebop, English only. Also, Fooly Cooley, I would only watch in English as well. But what I was saying was, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. is one of my favorites of all time. I really
That
really
definitely
like this show.
deserves to be on the list.
But-
Both of them, to be honest. I liked both.
Full Metal Alchemist, the ending is great in the original.
I'd give
one,
the
but
original an 8, Brotherhood a 10.
yeah, Brotherhood is fucking phenomenal.
Easily better, but I'd
but
give
that's
them
something
both
that
tens.
I
I've
can't
watched both of them.
I can't watch that in English, and it's set in like Germany. It's set in like with Germanic languages. And
Yeah, but they don't play on that is the thing. They give them shitty, boyish American accents in the English dub.
yeah,
But that's not what I'm talking. Like with something, and this is what brought it up was me talking about Helsing.
yeah,
With something like Helsing, if they're in Germany, people have a German accent.
yes,
People in Italy, they have an Italian accent. People in England, they have an English accent. It makes sense that way. But like in Brotherhood, they all just talk like this. Hey, I'm the protagonist. I'm in Germany.
yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah.
And that also
There's a
I actually
difference.
want
and
that as a
but
sound
I
effect.
think you were out of the room when I was
That's such a good
just
line.
clip it. Just clip it. Somebody
I think you
Clip
were
that.
out of the room when I was bringing up this point, but the reason subs work is because you can't tell if it's shitty voice acting or not.
Yeah.
You can tell the emotion behind the lines they're saying, and you can see what the lines mean.
Yeah.
But you cannot tell how well it's done at all.
Can we
arguably.
watch a video real quick because that actually pertains to the conversation?
Yeah.
It's like I think his name is ProZD, and he does like it's like official dubs versus fan dubs. Look up like dubs. Just look up like dubs.
Oh, this voice actor guy?
Oh, this guy's great.
Screw you,
Hold on,
Sasuke.
pause it and just watch it and
I'm
listen
sick
to what
of
he
your
says. So this is official subs versus fan subs.
Screw you, Sasuke. I'm sick of your attitude. You are my friend. And nothing will change that, you idiot. Fuck you, Sasuke. Ore am fucking sick of your fucking attitude. You are my nakama. And nothing will fucking change that, you fucking bitch.
Wait, what was... What?
It's official
Magana
subs.
is a word that means your closest friend, like in One Piece, and there really is no English equivalent to how powerful that word is, so we have decided to keep it as Nakama.
But the reason why I said that is because I completely understand your point, MicSpam, and I just haven't seen any that are like that. But no, what I'm assuming is what you're saying is like Helsing uses a lot of like English lingo, especially since it's set in England.
I wouldn't even say they play off of that, really. It just makes more sense
Okay.
where and a lot of times it's different people from different countries negotiating with each other.
Yeah.
And it's an English voice actor negotiating with an Italian voice actor or a Scottish voice actor. And in Japanese, it's all Japanese.
Yeah, that's
But in
true.
English, you can tell what fucking country they're from.
I can understand that.
Yeah, I get that.
I can understand it and respect it, and I think it
And
really
if they
depends.
play off of it, it's great.
Yeah.
Like, that's what makes it great. That's what makes it fit in. You know what I mean? But
Well,
if they don't play... And even with the 1920s gangster thing, even if it
Yeah.
is all just American voice actors, that works.
So I will note this once, okay, and we're gonna go back to Yu-Gi-Oh.
No,
But it's just this. So I haven't watched the actual Japanese version of Yu-Gi-Oh, so I'm not a true fan. However,
yeah, I'm not either.
apparently in the Japanese version, because Pegasus is English, he's like American.
Yeah.
Apparently they give him a really fucked Japanese accent. Like, it's a Japanese voice actor, but he has like very broken Japanese.
He has broken Japanese.
He has like broken Japanese, and it's because it's meant to portray.
But
that
have
he's
you seen
an
any
English-
anime where they, in Japanese sub, where they try to have an English-speaking character in it?
No.
Have you seen that before?
Oh my god,
is
that
the
made
most-
Yu-Gi-Oh sound so much cooler for some
It is
reason.
the most horrid shit you will ever hear. Having... Because they don't hire English voice actors. play the English people.
Yes.
They have Japanese people who speak like the worst fucking English.
Yes.
Do the voices, and it's barely English, and it's intolerable.
Yeah. Okay. So I think here we can skip forward a little bit because we all know how this duel goes.
Oh, it's such a good duel.
The hero of the show gets his shit kicked in, but yeah, let's listen to Pegasus. So apparently, because I don't know Japanese, okay, but apparently to a Japanese audience, it's actually very broken Japanese, and it sounds like a foreigner who learned Japanese. And I think it's cool, but like that's the one instance that I know of it, of like the accents. But of course, I don't know the accent because I'm not from there.
I thought, fuck did that bit whole beat
I'm saying
identify?
99 out of 100 anime should be watched in
Because it's
Japanese
shitty?
because that's how they were meant to be watched. But
Yeah.
I permitted the term shitty German. Twitch just banned, marked it, flagged Peanut Butter's message because it said shitty German. Don't
you,
worry,
Twitch, and
I
your
allowed it.
censorship.
Shitty
Twitch,
German.
I'll rape you. and
How
you're
is
a
that
child cunt.
not?
Because I think it meant like the person, not like the language. But
Twitch, I will rape you and your underage cunt. For that.
I clipped that. Rachel clipped that.
Yeah, that was fucked up. I forgot that. He used
In
his
Legend
own-
of Galactic Heroes, all of the names are German. I don't speak German, but I know they're speaking shitty German. Twitch follows Nazis. Yeah, it happens.
Well, they allow them.
I'm just saying. I will never say that there is a place for an English dub unless there is clearly a place for it to be said in English. 99 out of 100 animes I will watch in Japanese.
Yeah,
That
no.
makes
I
sense.
think that's fine. I think the people who are like, no, it's got to be in the original. It's got to be in the original language. It's like, it doesn't, because there's obviously better. Like, I will say there's something that's
come on.
obviously better. I just don't know. But
I'm
I'm
saying,
coming
if
from
you're
from
going
my
to
point
watch,
of view. You know what I mean?
regardless of Fats' opinion, because I think he's completely wrong, if you're going to watch Hellsing Ultimate, English is the only way to watch.
Okay. And see, I would take that into consideration and probably watch the first episode in both languages and then choose for myself.
That's a good.
But
way
see,
to
I
go.
would.
Now the
want-
problem with that is Hellsing Ultimate has double long episodes.
Yeah, I know. But
You're
Well,
watching
only 10
HBO
episodes
anime
total.
there.
see,
That's
that's what I
HBO
would.
shit.
That's what I would want to know. It's like I don't mind it. I don't care, honestly.
I don't know. I never got hooked on to Hellsing. It just didn't catch
Oh,
me.
Drifters!
I watched 2 episodes.
Forgot about Drifters.
I watched
I
2
was gonna
episodes.
say
It was pretty
I added one and didn't talk about it. Angle Mice was
Yeah, I saw you add that, and that's
amazing.
what made me think of Drifters.
Drifters was a 10. That was actually the one you were probably thinking of. That was not a podcast one. You just said watch the show. It's fucking amazing, and I watched the show because it was fucking amazing.
You gotta add one thing. Okay.
And
JoJo's
now
12.
Dylan is banned from the stream.
JoJo's 12.
Drifters is basically
Wait, did he say
unrealistic
something
angle
terrible? Because, even your audio cut out for it. You got, censored.
mice. Really? No, I was just
Did
saying.
he say something terrible?
No. I just put JoJo at 12.
He added JoJo to the top of the list as 12, which is arguable. I was just stating that Drifters is basically the more fantasy version of Angle Mice, but it's very realistic. They kind of Drifters. They snagged all of these.
Don't say shitty German.
He must have said shitty German.
Yeah.
Must have said it out loud. Oh no, I'm banned
believe
from my
I got
own
banned.
channel. Fuck.
I can't believe that got flat. Like, what?
Yeah.
How is that in
that's
the
funny.
list?
That
That's
is
so funny.
ridiculous. I mean, I love how you literally say Twitch allows Nazis, but you can say
Nazi
Nazi,
fine.
but you can't say
It's
shitty
shitty
German.
German.
You can't do that. That's wrong.
Can you say shitty Italian? Try it out, peanut butter.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Wait, even well,
Or,
I don't
shitty
think I would
French
get
or
banned from my
shitty
own channel.
anything?
Somebody put shitty American, please. Because that's not going to get banned at all. Oh, shitty
It got
Italian!
banned.
It
Wow.
did get banned.
Get banned.
Wow.
Damn! Twitch is like, you can't say shitty. Shitty American got banned.
Wow.
Wow.
You can't say shitty and then a fucking race of
And then a
people.
race of person. Oh my god, that's kind of crazy. What
Wow.
the fuck?
Wait, let me try one.
All right, all right. Now,
MicSpam's like, wait, I'm a mod. Let me see if I can bypass this shit.
I'm gonna get real offensive. I'm just warning you. It allowed that.
Wow.
Wow. That's
Allowed that.
bad, Twitch. I'm ashamed to use your platform.
Wow.
But you can't say
Allowed
shitty Mexican.
Let me try some weird ones.
Wow. How-
Ethiopian. Wait, I gotta figure out how to spell Ethiopian.
I was gonna say, is it
Ethiopian?
an EAN at the end?
Shit.
or is
Shitty
it-
Ethiopia.
Maybe it's because I'm a mod.
Yeah, I think it's because you're a mod. I'm offended by that because I'm Mexican. Hey, man, me too.
Oh, man. And African and Spaniard. I'm Polish, so that's me.
I'm also Polish. Hey.
No.
Hey, MicSpam, you want to know the fun thing? Fun
Polak
fatty
unite.
fact of the day. The real way to pronounce my last name in Polish is
yeah.
Shasny.
Yeah.
Oh, I lived with my great grandmother for a while. You know what her last name was? It was.
I hate that I'm
They were-
allowing all of these, but I have to show
Okay,
MicSpam.
yeah, go on with your story, Mike.
I can see them before they get unbanned.
Oh, really? Okay, I wasn't
Yeah,
sure
it's
about
he's a
that.
mod, yeah. But go on with your story.
Her last name was Shia.
Yeah.
CZIAH.
Oh my god, we had a Shia family in fucking Waterford.
Mhm.
Nice.
Tim Chaya. Called it Chaya.
It's actually Shia, more of an SH, but kind of
An
a
SH.
mix between an SH and a CH. It's weird Polish shit.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's cool.
I don't know.
Fats, I want to talk about
Fuck you,
that
Peanut Butter,
actually,
you
now
lost
that
your
we
mod
brought it up.
twice.
Now that Peanut Butter brought it up, I wanted to talk about that.
A lot of Polish and Mexican.
What?
I think it's about time I got a
Norwegian.
promotion.
A promotion?
Promotion. I mean, we got some mods on this channel, but
Can you make Ultramon?
I was gonna say,
I don't
what
know.
are you asking for?
I
Coach?
don't know.
Guessing
Admin.
for nudes.
You have the star. You have the 11-month sub badge. Which
Yeah.
is
The
dope.
admin.
That actually just happened too.
Didn't I
Just-
make you
just
admin?
recently.
Admin does not do anything.
I'm just saying, I think I deserve a promotion. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I appreciate all your effort and shit. I completely get it, but
Wait a minute.
Hang on, I
Wait
literally.
a minute. Wait a minute. Just a minute.
Even if it's listen, the promotion
No.
to mod was
Don't
arbitrary
do
as well. So even
do
if it's
that.
an arbitrary
I'm not
promotion,
going
I
to.
don't
I'm
care.
just trying to see my.
'Cause I'm not a mod.
Here's what
I'm
you
the
can do,
worst mod.
okay? You can become an admin. All right.
Uh huh.
However,
can't.
hold on. However,
He is an admin.
hold on.
I'm not. I'm a mod. There's a difference.
However, you got to watch the Rock Lee spinoff.
No.
All right. Well, fuck it. I guess.
Refuse.
All right.
Not worth.
All right then.
I'll
If you
start my
go
own
to
channel,
the
it'll
list
be more
of Discord
successful than
controls,
Fats.
though,
He already is an admin.
yeah, there's nothing more I can
Yes.
give you. You have the highest status, other than server
Since
admin.
Mike's best mod position
Which
is
is-
empty, you should fill that empty spot by making me a mod. Yeah, I probably should be a mod. I'm
Well,
open
I
it
have to
now.
make paperwork for you to sign.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll sign it. Thanks, Peanut Butter. That's actually a really good idea. Yeah, I'll become a mod for you. How about that? I'm never on Twitch, so I'll be
I
the
don't
best mod.
really even. Can I do that? Oh, I can.
There you
Well,
go.
there you go. Now you have server admin, which is
Yeah.
scary.
Promotion.
You got promoted. Now, let's take a perfect stream example of how you can fuck that up. Peanut Butter.
Has Dylan seen House?
Overuse of power.
House, the TV show?
Shitty.
House the
Polish.
Shitty Polish.
Fuck off. How does that not get flagged?
Because I'm a mod.
No, it's not. You said,
House, the Japanese
didn't
movie.
you? Oh, yeah, I wonder. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me look at the poster.
Wait,
I'll let
wait,
you know.
Peanut Butter, write shitty
Don't tell me
Polish.
you've never
Exactly
seen it.
like I wrote it.
It sounds familiar, and I have to look at the poster. All right,
Mike's-
okay, Peanut Butter, type what MicSpam just did and see if that
Yeah,
bans you.
shitty Polish.
Don't no. Type what he said. Okay, see, yeah,
It
it's
did.
because
He
you're
has
an admin,
mod
you're a
privileges.
Yeah.
I can drop the N-word in my own chat. Awesome.
I can say whatever I want.
Oh shit. All right.
And
unmod
like,
him. Unmod him now.
hey,
do it. Unmod him now.
no, that wouldn't be fair because
It wouldn't be
Peanut
fair.
Butter went through the same thing. You got a test period, you fucked up, then you lost it. MicSpam has never been a bad mod. I wouldn't really
I've just
say he's
never
ever
been
been
a mod.
good mod, but he's just been a
Oh,
mod.
yeah,
Never
I've
been
seen
a
this,
mod.
yeah. It's been a while. Probably a couple of years. I didn't really start
fucked it
watching Bullet
up.
until a couple of years ago.
You're just
Just
you were
sissy.
literally trying to rope the Jackbox into your stream and ban like it was just
Oh yeah.
you
no.
gotta give people a chance. Yes.
Yeah.
Twitch is full of instant trolls who will say racist shit, but just give them a chance because a lot of my my first 500 viewers or followers ish, maybe not that many.
My default
A
is
lot
to
of them
never
came from
ban someone.
Jackbox just because I let them play. Yeah. We've now
My default
evolved
is
into
to
ban.
never ban someone. I believe you can say whatever the fuck you want to say in any situation.
I think if you say it, then like block the message, right? And be like, hey, don't do that shit. Hey, don't do that. You can't do that here.
I just gave
Okay.
vocal warnings.
And then
I
if they
just
keep
don't
doing
care
it,
what people say.
If they keep doing it, then I'll just be like, all right, well, it's not worth my effort. See ya.
I banned one person because he was pissing me off. One person, one time.
That was justified. That was justified.
I don't think it was at all.
You did take away their chance by instantly assuming by jumping into the chat when new people join Jackbox. When we have 4 players saying, "Oh, look, trolls joined." It's like we want people to join.
I'd rather have trolls join because trolls can be funny as long as you're not being fucking stupid.
At least, nowadays it used to be really bad. Like we would just have to cancel Jackbox because there was no way around it. There was just trolls they would fill, and I even was like, "All right, we'll post the code in the Discord." Well, they joined the Discord,
I did one.
so it just kind of got intense. But nowadays, the worst trolls they seem to just wait till the last round. Then it's like, okay, I can just
Yeah.
censor your message, ban you, and we still played a full game. Cool.
I hope you die. It's okay. We all do one day, buddy.
I hope I die too.
That would be a terrible.
It's actually a good wish. I hope I die actually today. It's something that I long for. Thank you.
Not
Thank
on
you, friend.
stream. I
Namaste.
get banned.
No, that would be a great stream. You'd go viral.
Man dies on stream
Man
from
dies on
random,
stream.
just random.
Meteor.
I don't know.
Okay.
Like a
And
meteor
Pulse
falls
is
through the
gone.
roof
He's
and
dead.
just smashes Dylan into like a mist.
I always picture the Final Fantasy VII killing of Aerith, where the sword, Sephiroth comes down with the sword, plunges it through. Oh, such a beautiful
Oh
scene.
shit, guys! Dylan's dead. You better make this go viral.
So
Dylan's
what's
dead.
funny is the like 20 minutes that go by while we still podcast without him, and then we check his pulse.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know he's committed. He's not gonna give up on this. So,
So MicSpam fighters, eh?
I am loving it lately.
Oh, let
I am getting back into it better and harder than ever.
Oh, you know what? Here, let me show you something really quick before we talk fighters because I love it. But look at how awesome
I
this
want to talk more hold fast too, so I'll
fucking
forgive you.
look at how fucking awesome this Power Rangers fighting game looks. I shit you
will.
not. This
Like
looks
crazy knife.
OP amazing.
Dark Souls.
Like I don't know shit about Power Rangers except for the first ones. It's like there's
Yeah,
the
me
green
either.
guy, yeah, he's evil and good, and there's a white guy, he was from the movie. But who the hell is the black guy with the sword? And then look at this combo he does. Like what the fuck was that? That was half of his health. That was a
This
fighter's
looks
combo.
like shit.
That
This
was
looks
a
like
fighter's
A lot
combo.
of damage.
No, it looks like a very low budget game trying to be like fighters.
But it looks like it
failing
plays
miserably.
so well. Like it's so crisp.
No. It
Oh.
doesn't look crisp at all. Do you see that kick that he throws? That takes a year.
I know,
to
but
go all the way
it
around.
works though. That's probably a heavy.
No,
Oh.
this is bad. I don't agree.
I think this could be a really good game.
No, it was a game. I think this is a very new game, and it was made to be like fighters on a very low budget with a fucking shitty Power Rangers
Is
theme.
it happening? Is it happening?
It is happening.
It's happening,
I was
Mike
trying
Spam.
to
We
s-
lost our impromptu guest.
I was trying to sneak out and actually say that I died, so it would be canon in the fat streams, but
We lost Dylan permanently. Because he's actually been dead on my floor for the past week. I just
Yeah.
need to get like a blow up of you to just place there. Because you're probably... Oh, you wouldn't mind... If there was no one sitting there, you were seen.
yeah,
So I need your dead body, you know?
exactly.
That code is very good in the
All right,
Oh.
friends.
at least.
Well, it's been fun. You guys keep
Good
doing the
first
stream.
impression. I did
Adios.
everything I wanted
Have a
to.
good
There's
night.
a
Thank
great
you for
night.
stopping by. You're always welcome, Dylan.
Later, Mike.
Always
The
welcome.
back end is running off of.
Oh, that game looks...
This looks like shit. I don't
Kinda
agree.
looking forward
I think
to when
it'd
they-
be a fun game. I like the mechanics. Look good.
No,
Rachel
it'd be
says
a
bye,
fun-
Dylan.
It'd be a decent drunk party game, sure, but as a actual
Okay.
no, absolutely not.
God. So, fighters, I love the renewed
Loving
tenacity, and I love the crowd we have. You guys are all like relatively even in skill level, and I want to take the blood, sweat, and tears that I put into this fucking game because I learned everything I know. Like a lot of the shit, you know, I looked up combos and learned bread and butters, but learning how to play the neutral, the hardest part of the game, took
It's
just getting my
extremely hard.
ass kicked a
It's
bajillion
extremely
times.
difficult.
A bajillion times. Like, I just accepted the beating. Like, my win-loss will never be positive. I don't think it ever... I didn't win my first match. It's never been positive. I've always had more losses than wins. And that's fine. Because that's how you fucking level up. Yeah, we gave our assignments. I love you, Dylan. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, man. But no, it was like they did their ranking system like perfectly. So like once you hit like 500,000, it's every 100,000 you get to the next level, and every single rank except for Majin, because then I got decently well. So I actually stayed Majin, but every single time I got to a new rank, the enemy would get so advanced because they were using something that I never knew even existed or never experienced. And the only way to learn it is to see other people just kick the shit out of me with it. So I took, like...
Yeah, and I learn against you, so I get to learn everything the pros learn. by
Exactly,
proxy.
and you're getting the fatty tutorial lessons that I could teach you the shit that I had to grind through just
And
to...
if anyone has a Kid Buu on their team, that never hit me anymore.
Exactly.
Ever. Because they don't even have as good of a block string as you.
They usually don't, especially lower on, but I'm watching like
I just
pros.
hit Android rank. I won like 9 matches in a row one night. It went from Super Saiyan to Android.
That's awesome. Oh,
So that's where I'm at right now.
yes, boy. Oh God, there's just so many weird things that you slowly didn't know. Like there's no tutorial. Like one thing that I was bringing up to Jay earlier was like about how the game is horrible with tutorials. He's like, dude, they have combo tutorials in there. Yeah, they have combo tutorials. They don't have everything that you can do in the game. Like there is a command.
Not even close.
There's a command in the game that I'm sure you've accidentally done it before.
Hey, maybe
If you
I've
have
purposely
sparking,
done it.
listen to this. If you have sparking and you vanish, if you
don't
hold
have to hit.
No, if you hold down vanish, yeah, you just teleport behind them.
Yeah, I know. I do that by accident a lot. It fucks me up.
Exactly.
Because
By
I
not knowing it
expected to do-
existed. There's no
I know it
tutorial in the
exists,
game.
I just forget it because I hit vanish, and I expect it to do an auto hit, but then it doesn't.
Yup. I have that happen, which there's some crazy sparking vanish combos where you like vanish behind them and then you just hold it. Now you're good. Then you do medium 2H, sends them flying. Crazy. There's so much tech to the game that the game doesn't tell you that you just have to learn through just getting pummeled on Because some people play fighting games for a living and they figure all this shit out. And then you look it up and then, holy shit. I learned something like recently that I didn't know had a term for it. I just saw people doing it to me. And it's called a fuzzy mix-up. Certain characters, like, say I'm Kid Buu. Say I'm Kid Buu and I'm fighting any normal standing character, like not Go tanks. And it works most of the time, but the timing is key. It works way better on big characters like Broly or Cooler. But when you, like, say you get a hard knockdown in the corner, you can time it so when they get up, if they don't tech it to tech low, they just get up normally. You can time your jump attack. With Kid Buu, it's jump heavy to where the heavy comes up while you're still going up and you clip them for an over the head. And that's like, what? You can do that? That's like you look like you're jumping into the overhead, so it's like, I got time to block. No, you don't. Instant tap to the face. If you weren't blocking at all or not blocking high, boom, instant punishment. Oh, and you know how punishment can work in that game.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's actually a really crazy mechanic. I never heard of that.
Yeah, I just learned that like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, that's nuts. There's just so many small things that, like, fighting games in general.
But
like,
here's the thing. Here's my thing with most fighting games, and why I can never get into them. You can pull off some really crazy shit in every fighting game that's played competitively.
True.
But when you pull it off, it doesn't look as natural and as good as when you pull it off in fighters.
Oh, it's flashy and pretty. It really is.
In every other game, it looks like you're breaking the game, and it looks stupid.
Yeah, 100%. I can get that. But this game has got the flashiness
Rachel jumped
of it.
to level 3 in like no time. Like, she's our number 5 in like no time.
Yeah, Rachel's climbing the ranks. I fucking love it. That's fun fact about VivBot. Technically doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
The service shut down, but I can't add rules. I can't give people rations. But they keep gaining rations and XP, so this is what we're stuck with. Fuck you. Oh, Dylan left me a beer! My guy! I'll take that. But what's crazy, so what I was getting at earlier is every rank, you kind of, once you get to that next rank and then you stop beating the shit out of the guy who keeps rematching and then you find someone at that rank, all of a sudden they're doing all this new shit that you never seen before. Like, I'm actually very glad, like, I have slight regret and annoyance of it, but I'm actually glad that I played through the campaign of the game. Because you're forced to play a bajillion fights, learn how it actually works. The computer's not that good, so you're going to win, but you can still learn basic combos. And then it taught me the basic mechanics just by playing through it. That's what annoys me at the game. Their tutorial system is horrible, but there's awesome YouTube creators and people out there that you can just learn the tech and the material from. And I kind of want to be a voice in that as well. So that's
Fats, I have a tip for you.
Yeah, let's hear it.
For a good warm-up, head into practice, turn the health regen to no health regen, and then turn the enemy setting to CPU, turn it all the way up to 100, and that is an instant quality warm-up opponent.
Really? I've never done that. They have 100 setting? It goes up to 100?
Yeah. It goes from 1 to 100.
No way. What?
And I went through it myself. I started at 50, right? I'm like, all right, 50 is easy as pie. 60, still easy as pie. 70, easy. 80, okay, they're getting some shit on me, but I can still beat them consistently. 90, I'm like, ooh, that's sketchy, but I'm still beating them. 100, it's like 50-50 for me, because they pull out some shit.
Damn. That's awesome. And honestly, I think that's a really good way to learn the neutral, the hardest aspect of the game, in my opinion. Like, so you knock down in the corner, you're in block stun. You kind of get what you need to do. You got to block, You got to be prepared what comes. But like, if you're fucking, what were we just on? Oh, god damn it! I need to chug this beer. Remind me where I was at. The neutral. Thank you.
Neutral game.
Thank you, beer. The neutral is such a weird whole middle ground because it's getting into block string. Like, half of the shit that I'm learning towards high gear play is, say, so you know how I tell you to get that hard knockdown, use that extra jump. Well, there's tech where don't use that extra jump, knock them down, save that instant air dash for getting into pressure. Now all of a sudden you got a full block string again, you got your assist back, and they're done. Like, this game is very brutal when it comes to high level shit. Like, I'm still very much learning. Like, Kid Buu has so much tech, there's a reason why he's top tier.
Well, they also just added a bunch of ranks on top of yours.
I know, and I'm so pissed. I just wanted to hit the top rank, and now there's like 8 more.
Yeah, there's a lot more now.
It's so scary. But I think it actually might make making Living Legend actually easier, because maybe you get more shit from it. I don't know. I'm on that
There's
PC
nobody
side.
at the top rank yet.
Really? No, what's awesome is my YouTuber that I watch all the time. He mains Krillin. He has Yamcha, and he is not recently. Now once that Videl came out, he took Videl. So he's like all human team, and he's fucking god. And I've learned a lot just from watching his fights, and because he does what I think a good commentator of a fighting game should do. He explains what he's doing as he does it. And you might think, well, that's stupid and easy. Obviously, no. There's like, you gotta think in the mind of like a higher up. When you get someone in a sliding knockdown in a higher tier scenario, you have like 3 options you can really go to. You can go for instant over the top. You can fake that instant over the top, go for low. You can just call in an assist and see what they do. Like, it used to be the most OP thing you could do is sprint up to them, block low, and call in Vegeta assist and wait for them to push a button. Good luck. You're done. Like, that. There's so many small mix-ups just on the hard knockdown game that once you learn everything, then you're actually really fighting your opponent to then, he knows how to block my shit. Now I got to give him the mixes, you know? And then the game gets so super complicated. Like, he blocked that 3 times, and I got to do something different. Otherwise, I'm never going to hit him. And that's honestly where I'm starting to get with you and knowing my Kid Buu, you asshole. At least I play command grab characters, so 21 will screw you up.
No, I can jump right out of that shit. You can't even fuck me with that.
That's true. I gotta learn the punish to when you jump out. I think it's like a 2H, but you'll block it. But I can get you back into block string. Oh. The universal block string is one of the. I really want to make a video on it because.
That's what I need training on.
The neutral is hard enough, but you got to know what you're going for and why you're going for it. Why do you even want them block string? I don't get it. It's because you get them blocking for so long that they think they finally have a chance to hit a button and they won't. Then it gets on. All right, I'm gonna shorten my block string and throw in a little over instant air dash or a dragon rush, and then it gets to you're playing your opponent. But once you get block strings down, like, I use one of the cheaper characters, Kid Buu, because he has one of the best assists, locks him down. To be fair, I could replace Kid Buu with Super Saiyan Vegeta, have the exact same effect, wouldn't be any different. Beam assists are slightly similar, but really, once you get that block string down, you have to block forever, and that's honestly where I think you're going to beat me at. Because your block game is really good. And it pisses me off. Because I would fall for my own mix-ups all day of the week. And I'm impressed that you're my over the cross-up Kid Buu triple over the top into Dragon Rush. Like, if you've tech that, you're a god. That's amazing.
I mean, then I'm a god.
You're a fucking god. Like you
But
can
that's the
get
only thing I'm
so
at.
good.
That's the only thing I'm good at.
But that's the hardest thing to get good at. So you got this, bro. Ugh.
It's what I found easiest because I know I can't punish you as much as you can punish me, so I just have to not let you punish me as much.
Mm-hmm. It's like there's one thing that I just realized we haven't even mentioned, which is a huge part of defense in the game, is reflecting. Like,
I don't reflect, and my defense is on point.
I know you got the blocks down, but like say I'm doing my 21, light 2M stand M, and then say I go for just a forward M over the top. There's a gap. Always. You can reflect that. Now, what do you do after you reflect? Well, Kid Buu is the obvious easiness. 2M. Kid's fucking foot tracks through the ground. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's great.
But a lot of characters, though, like Jiren would work. A lot of characters, you just reflect 2M. Reflect 2M. Boom. Then, as the opponent, they're like, he keeps reflecting all my shit. Instead of throwing in that over the top, Dragon Rush, because he's mashing reflect. There's so many fucking things. It's ridiculous. Oh.
I can't believe Roger gives this game so much shit because it seems like such a complex and amazing fighting game to me.
I think that huge aspect that I just described, the block stun,
but just the fact, like, there
the
is
thing.
auto combos in the game, but you're not gonna beat, like, even if you just do auto combo. Like, I do auto combo starts, but I still finish with a technically an air combo. So
yeah,
I can
you
get a
throw
hard
in the air
knockdown.
jump, get the heavy knockdown, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You cannot win a game with just auto combos.
No.
You cannot.
Nope. Not once you get slightly further. But it's a good ground base to the game, and I'm glad they do exist. And
Yeah, because it gives the beginners somewhere to start from, where they feel like they're accomplishing something.
Mhm.
Where something looks cool even though they don't know what they're doing. But you're not going to progress in the game that way.
No, that's just with a lot of, and that's almost in any game. I mean, not even just fighting game category.
No,
I mean,
because that's the issue. Most fighting games, when you're first starting them, you can't do anything really cool.
no.
You need to learn the game to do something cool. This game gives you something cool that you can do by pressing one button,
I could go with
but
that.
then it has an unlimited skill ceiling on top of that with so many intricacies.
Yes, it does.
If you play Mortal Kombat and you don't know how to play Mortal Kombat effectively,
you have to try.
you're just gonna be hitting one punches. You're gonna be hitting like one move specials. Maybe you'll get like 2 jabs and an uppercut as your best combo. That's
I can
it.
Actually, 100% agree with that. That's how they usually work.
And
yeah.
it's boring.
It's boring and it's also insanely difficult. Fighting games have a weird mechanics on how they do their moves. And I like how you bring up the auto combo factor for beginners and stuff, because any special, any super, any everything, you only need to learn one fighting game command, and that is quarter circle. That's it. There is actually a half circle mechanic that I don't use in my gameplay because I suck at it. But if you say I'm smacking you up and then I smack you down, I can do full half circle assist, and it will do the assist level one. Never will tell you that in the game, but you can. I had to watch a YouTube video to learn that. I'm like, how are people smacking them down and subbing into the assist super before doing their own super? I didn't think that was possible. I'm like, how are they doing this?
I knew about that mechanic, but I knew I would never use it.
I never use it, nor the few times I tried to use it, I couldn't. It was too far-fetched. Yeah. But like the normal like Shoryuken, which is forward down, I guess in fighting game mechanics it would be 6-2-3. So forward, then down, then angle, punch. That's like one of the hardest moves that took me as a child to learn how to do a Shoryuken, because it was so weird. But that's not in this game. There's no Shoryuken command. There's nothing. It's all quarter circles, and that makes it 10 times easier to learn how to
That's the
beat
thing for the beginning
shit.
player is you can hit X over and over and over again, and you will get something that looks like a legitimate combo out of it and looks cool and is satisfying to do.
Yeah, does damage too.
Yeah, and it does damage.
Oh my
And
god, I'm
there
pissing
are
myself.
Plenty of situations.
I have to pee. I'm sorry. I've been holding
Oh
it.
wait,
I've been holding
I'm gonna go pee as well then. Pause on the podcast. Fats will edit this out. Timestamp at I don't know how long the stream's been up.
Sorry about that, MicSpam. I've returned. Oh, did MicSpam dip away to piss too? Damn. Oh, real fast. But man, Fighter's just so good, guys. We're gonna be turning into a slight Fighter stream for a while because I really want to teach these guys how to play this game. Because as I've grown with it, you know, every rank you learn something new, and it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. The bajillion mix-ups there are. The bajillion different ways to open your opponent up. Like, they really argue that it's a super offensive game for a reason. Because once you hit them once, you can snowball that shit so hard in this game. And that's unfortunately what I do to the tournament members. Because I've practiced and I've learned my mixes. You fall for two mixes, you're basically dead. Then I wait for you to swap. Then I'll swap them back. Then boom. Sorry. That's just...
I want to talk about hold fast.
All right, we'll end it on a hold fast discussion.
It's not much of a discussion, but I've been trying to tell you this all weekend, and every time I try to bring it up, you get distracted and don't listen.
I'm sorry. Let's hear it.
I found out how to shoot.
You found out how to shoot?
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that?
You go into the settings thing, and you disable the crosshair.
Really? Okay.
So then you're left, you know the little tiny gray dot that you have in the middle of your screen when you're not, like, scoped in on a gun?
I think there is one. I'm trying.
There is one.
Okay.
That's what you have then when you aim in with the gun.
So then that is actually accurate?
Yeah. Well, way more accurate than the fucking, like, football shaped.
The football circle they give you?
Yeah. It's insanely better. And I tried it out for 10 minutes max after I had heard about it. And I got a kill every life, at least.
Nice.
It's way better. It's way better to just not have that reticle. Because you have to aim high, because the bullet drop on the muskets are big.
I noticed that. I did notice that.
But without that big football, you get more of an idea where the center of your aiming is.
Okay. That's good.
And I also looked in the settings, and there's no reticle with, like, any sort of center dot in it. It's all big, either round or football shapes.
What, you got a box square?
Yeah, so, like a bunch of shit like that. Or like the 4 arrows pointing in towards the middle, but they're a million miles apart from each other, so you can't tell what exactly is the middle. No, just get rid of the fucking crosshair. Just have a little tiny gray dot. That'll do you way better in that game if you want to get any sort of kills.
I was just about to say, I've kind of
going towards more your original argument. Is that's
that's
a
definitely
role playing
more-
game. That's not
It's a role playing game for sure.
It's not.
That's what it excels in, and it's hilarious in that regard.
I mean, to me,
it's
that
a fucking
that's
great game.
That's all it is. There's no competitive aspect. to
But
that.
if you want to get a couple kills, I found out that's how you do it.
Well, that's good. Killing's definitely fun in games. But it really, I think you specifically 100% have to thank our good buddy Morty for the reason why I now like this game.
You didn't even get the best Morty clips.
Dude, if you said there were more, you were gonna get them. I tried. I looked through that. I was looking for some shit, and I couldn't find
The
good
best clips were when Morty still hated us, and we kept running up to him and harassing.
I should have grabbed some of this. If you still, I mean,
Those
the
are
VOD's
the
still
best
there.
clips.
Snag some for me. That's what I need you as a mod for, so I don't have to go back through the VODs. You can just
but
clip
I
it.
forget. I say this shit when I'm drunk, and then I forget, so you have to remind me.
Ah, damn it. Drunk Morty was so funny. He was
That was
a
hilarious.
user of the hard R, so that game's a little risky.
But you
But
didn't.
it's still fun.
And like even the games before we even ran into Morty, really. Like
Yeah,
you miss a lot of the best moments, in my opinion.
Oh,
Like when we were charging duo, you as the fucking general and me as the flagman.
Oh, yeah, I could snag that. I mean, yeah. I mean, everyone has access to the VODs. If you got some good shit, that's why everyone can post in the Twitch clips thing.
I know, but I forget. I bring it up and then.
Well,
I
you're
forget
also
about it.
playing, so I can't really knock you for that, but, you know. Rachel, where are you? No, I'm just kidding. Rachel actually does a phenomenal job. What was Spam playing? Piccolo? In Hold
I want
Fast.
to play Piccolo.
Oh my god. That's awesome. No, that's Hold Fast.
Musician's my favorite class in Hold Fast.
You get so many points. Oh, yeah. No, we're going to have fun with that game. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm honestly just super psyched at the moment for more Fight Night. We're shooting for Sunday this week, so we can...
That would be great. I need a day off between... I have too many stream days in a row, and I'm not getting enough sleep.
There we go.
Or between stream days and D&D days, which... Psyched for D&D tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually really psyched for that. That was really good.
Psyched. I am loving Tim's campaign. I wish we could end our other campaign and just play Tim's campaign.
I hope so as well. That would be beautiful. That would absolutely be beautiful. But, you know...
Yeah, but I don't think anyone has the heart to break the 16-year-old's dreams.
Yeah, not in that group. I mean, I feel like you could, but you're then the dick.
But I feel like the rest of the group...
They would shun and hate you for it, and then you would be
No.
the man who pitched a bad idea.
I'm over here like, listen, guys, can we just agree that kind of arbitrary bullshit campaign and like just move on to Tim's? But everyone else be like, damn, MicSpam, why you gotta be like that?
Why you gotta be such a hater? He's doing his best.
And everyone agrees with me, but no one wants to fucking.
No one can pull the trigger. That's rough, but I'm liking it. I really want to get Tim to just let me stream this shit, so I'm gonna work on that.
Yeah, you
Because I
definitely work on
think
that.
this is gonna be this would be a really good campaign to stream. I mean, he'd be seeing his work
I
live.
knew you were gonna love playing with this group too, because we do go hard.
Oh, it was really weird. Like one of the main sessions you weren't there for, so I got to kind of.
Yeah, interact with the group.
Yeah,
It was almost good.
It was actually almost a good thing. It was good. So
And
I'm
like,
really liking really
Unlike our other group, everyone's in this group is like super into it, like kind of like we are. Like I felt like me and you were trying to carry our other.
well, we had to try.
As far as like the role playing aspect of it.
Absolutely. Like that's kind of that's how you make it more interesting. I mean, it is boring as an RPG by itself. I mean, it's good, but it's
No, but if you sell it,
dull.
it can be. I had a D&D game bring me to tears today.
Oh, you did? That's what we started the podcast with.
Yeah, like it can get really, really good. It has the potential to, like, part of your real life. Like you care about these people.
That's
And I
amazing.
feel like
I find that amazing that people can even like create such an entertaining character that way that people fall in love with.
I
Well, the
find
fact that they're
amazing.
professional voice actors, I think, really helps.
I think that helps, but at the same time, they're amazing storytellers in their own right. And
Oh, well, that has a lot to do with Matt Mercer. Matt Mercer, the best DM in the world.
oh, absolutely, I've seen his work.
Period.
I can
Matt
100%
Mercer, there's nobody who can DM better than that man.
I can agree.
But Tim is a fantastic DM, and I think our group is just super into the game. They're super into playing their characters. And I almost prefer the campaign that Tim runs over our Saturday campaigns that we did run.
I haven't seen enough of it to argue.
Just because it wasn't like, you know, a couple of us that were real into the world building, character playing aspects.
Mhm.
It's all of us, you know, and we have people who are very experienced in the D&D realm as well.
Absolutely. I think that's just a more experienced group. I think Spin and his campaign, though, were 100% perfect for a first-person campaign. Like, just learning the game,
Spin
learning how
very
to
much
play. I
just
think
goes
overall our
by
group
the
was great.
mechanics. Spin very much as a DM just goes by the mechanics.
I think he was specifically just for ours because he knew we were noobs. Like, he was being very courteous.
That could be the case.
I
don't
mean,
know.
I've talked to him. He
didn't
was
have,
working with me while, like, we'd have smoke breaks and stuff when I talked to him. So, I mean, he was...
He didn't
trying-
have a lot of, like, flourish to his DMing, really. There wasn't a lot of, like...
No, we kind of curtailed the campaign and directions that we chose in. Kind of forced him to make shit up on the fly, and he did really well with that. I mean, you know.
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, I think Tim might be even a little bit level above him. And Tim's been playing even longer than him. I think.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I feel like Tim's got a really, really good story that he's
I think
got.
he's got a great
Did
mind
he
for this
write
kind of thing
this
as well.
campaign, or is he just running it?
As far as I know, he's coming up with it, yeah.
If he wrote this, that's insane. That's beautiful. That's he's made it.
I have not been made aware of this specific campaign.
Well, I'm so far
in
loving
like
it.
any sort of literature.
I'm so far loving it. Well, honestly,
I am also loving it. I'm super psyched for it tomorrow. Personally.
tomorrow is going to be fantastic. Unfortunately, guys, it's not going to be on the stream, but we're working on it, and Jackbox is going to be this Thursday instead. Fighters Tournament, we're moving it to Sunday, so Brandon might be able to, you know, get a little fucked up, and Chada's definitely going to be able to play this time, so we're going to we might have a full round at 8 now that I think about it, because the only reason we didn't have 7 on Monday was because Dylan had his date, so he's going to be in, and the added Roger makes it 8. And Roger and Brandon. So, boom.
I do want to talk.
I
Sam with
love...
you.
Literally,
If he
me
can-
and Brandon shot the shit about Dragon Ball all day at work today, and it was awesome.
If you can remind me tomorrow, like if you bring it up tomorrow, I'll back you on like trying to get this on stream because it's a lot of fun and people would love to watch it.
Absolutely. It's
We-
10 times
We
better
don't
than
really
the
make
original.
any like monetary value off this, so even the fact that Max is on, it's not even.
I was
not even
going
an
to
issue.
say, I mean, is that what
Even
he's...
if
Is he
he
arguing...
is-
What's his argument? Do you know?
I don't want to speak for Tim,
Fair.
but I'd definitely be down to discuss it. I want it on the stream. I think the viewers would really enjoy it.
Absolutely. This campaign is fantastic.
It really is, and I want to show off what Tim's doing. Like he's doing a fucking awesome job with it.
It's crazy, and especially I do want to get those physics because if he wrote this all himself, that's insane.
I'm almost certain he did, but definitely ask him.
That's crazy. We gotta definitely get into that. But how long? I'm betting 210. 210 on the dot.
158.
Oh my god!
Oh.
244. We've been going. Oh, this is gonna be a long one, boys. Well, I think on that note, I'd be down to play some fighters if you're down, or some realm.
It's honestly a little late. I gotta get some sleep.
Yeah, you're going. All right, man. Well, I hears you. I think I might jump into a little fighters.
I mean,
Let-
I'm itching for some fighters, but like I do bad.
Look at this guy. He's being all responsible. I'm so proud of you. But anyway, that has been the For the Glory podcast. Next week we have episode 40. I think it's movie week too, isn't it? No, movie week. We give our movies, right?
We'll confirm.
We'll confirm. But
That's
it's
movie
episode
week.
40
That's
next week.
movie
This
week
has been
next-
39.
movie
My
week
name's
next
Spats.
And I'm MicSpam.
And we'll fucking see y'all next time.
You see you.
Peace.